Boom, 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 boom. Welcome to tonight's show. I think I've got Gman in the green room right now. Thanks for everyone waiting around here in the chat that I just saw. Appreciate it. So a little Thursday night live coming to you. There's been a slight change of programming. I was going to have Ed join us about an hour in on this to say hi to G-Man, because we're going to be focusing in and talking about the Tampa scene. I'm pretty excited about that, and the Florida scene. But Ed is at an undisclosed location at the moment, so he cannot join. We'll see. Well, maybe he can call in from the cell. But without further ado, I'm going to bring in our guest for tonight, G-Man. Let me get him on. G-Man.
Oh.
How are
What's
you,
up, 1010?
G-Man.
Hey, I can't hear you.
You cannot hear us?
What's going on?
I don't know, but we can hear you just fine, man.
I can't hear you.
Really? I wonder why. I like that shirt, though. I'll have ETG text you in the meantime. But I'm going to show
people anything.
Yeah, well, I hear you. We're going to sort it out, G-Man.
I heard ETG before.
Yeah, I wonder why you can't hear me, man. I'm going to play this, though. While ETG texts you, I'm going to play this that we made for the show. Yeah, while you figure it out.
Love that.
It's a little Tampa Bay action.
I love that, but I can't hear you still.
I hope you can, man. You know what?
Where's the mic?
I can hear you fine, and hopefully, I think everyone in chat. I don't know if everyone can everyone hear G-Man?
That's not good. MacBook Air speakers.
I'm gonna get. Oh,
there it is. I got you.
No, now you can.
Got you now.
glad we took the time to do this yesterday, right?
Well, everything worked. Everything worked. I didn't have to click anything. I talked to ETG. It was all good. So,
all right, good.
I got the new merchandise on.
I like it, man. It looks good. You got that already?
Yeah, it came today.
Yeah, you know what? The shipping is pretty fast over here. The orders come in.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good.
And so hopefully we can hear. Everyone can hear your mic, and if you can, possibly turn up because you're a little low in my.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah, well, you sound good right there, man.
Okay.
Closer you are. It's always close. Like with Dice Coach, I'm always like, just get close. Just get close to the mic.
I hear you, man. That's cool.
All right, so listen, man. It's how's the weather out there? Let me
not as hot as you. Not as hot as you, but we're low 80s.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring this up, dude, because I like sharing the screen with this. Check this out, G-Man.
Okay.
91 out here today.
I know, I saw it. Awesome.
It was so G-Man, it was so nice. I actually took a break. I run my own schedule, so Thursdays I'm trying to now accommodate this. So I actually got up, went up on the roof, got a little sun, and then I went to the gym, and then I'm learning how to jump rope. Teaching myself how to jump rope. I don't know if anyone's ever done that. It's actually pretty hard to do.
So you're doing a little double dutch.
I don't know if double dutch, man. I'm just trying to jump over the rope at this point. Single Italian. So
I got you.
So, all right. So this is Tampa's weather. You're not technically in Tampa.
No, I'm in Sarasota. We're an hour away, hour-ish, depending on traffic. We got to go up I-75, but yeah, we're close. So we're really close to Siesta Key, which was one of the years it was rated by Dr. Beach, the #1. He changes it every year. Was the #1 beach in the United States. So Siesta Key's awesome.
Who rated it?
Dr.
Dr. B.
Beach. You've never heard of Dr. Beach?
No, no. I
Yeah,
wish
he does
I
a ranking every year. It's a new beach every year that becomes the #1 beach in the United States. So,
Dr. Beach.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to look it up now, but I'm pretty sure it's Dr. Beach. It might be Professor Beach. I don't know.
I like
So,
that, man. Dr. Beach.
yeah, I sent you. Remember, I sent you those pictures. We were at the beach with
Yeah. Oh,
the ice
dude,
cream truck on the water.
those pictures looked amazing. I wish I had those. I wish I had
Uh,
those queued up.
uh-huh.
That was a great picture that you sent.
Yeah,
There was
it
an
was
ice
cool.
cream truck in the water.
Yeah, it's like they built it like on a kind of like on a barge, and and with the music. I know you grew up in Jersey. I grew up in, well, how long were you in Jersey?
I was in Jersey till junior year in high school.
Okay.
So that's what stunted my entire growth was getting my moving. I could blame that moving, in
Uh,
junior year and middle of your junior year in high
yeah,
school,
that's rough, dude.
right
Yeah,
when
that's
you're
rough.
like, right
Yeah,
when you're
that's your formative years.
exactly, right when you're trying to figure things out, right when you're getting like, I think I was a late bloomer. I think I
Mhm.
started maybe shaving a couple hairs here and there.
Oh, I
But I was telling the story, dude, to forget. I don't even know when it was, but I was telling the story about how many of the Italians, looking back on it, the Italians that were playing soccer in Jersey, they
hmm
had like full beards, like full thick beards. And I
uh
junior
my
year.
mother is Italian, man, and my grandparents are from Italy. So, um
Hey, paisan. But
yeah, there you go.
but
My
I
mother
now
was
looking,
WAP, so yeah.
dude, G-Man, looking back on it, I almost think that those guys were like 25. They weren't really in high school, right? Back then it
I
was a
got you.
different time with
I got
everything. And
you,
it
man.
made sense when I look back on it. How am I playing soccer with these grown men?
How can you
Like
compete? You can't
like
compete.
God, you couldn't, man. I was
No,
like, no, dude. It was, I mean,
can't do
these
it.
were like, yeah, monsters. And they all spoke Italian, like they barely spoke
hmm
English. It was a funny time.
I took Italian all the way through school and into college, and I still can't speak much of anything. So,
Yeah, yeah. Um, all right, so G Man, so I was there. This is not about me. This is about
hmm
you, G Man. Where did that handle come from, G Man? Because G Man, you think of the
uh,
Giants.
right. And I grew up a Giant fan, but not from the Giants. It came from my buddy Sonny. So, I um,
I like Sonny. Sonny's a good
I
dude.
I met Sonny through we met
Sonny's
I
part
met
of your
Sonny.
crew.
That's right. And I met Sonny through our ex-wives. So, we met through our ex-wives. We became friends. We love baseball. We were in a fantasy baseball together, and my name became G-Man from there, from fantasy baseball. So,
Just G Man. Like there is that's I still don't get it. Just G Man.
just G-Man. Well, I mean, my first name is Gary, so it just stuck. So.
All right, man.
But
Well,
it works and it's easy. I don't have to really do a lot with it. It's good. And like I'll just show you this real quick. I'm gonna move for a second. But
please.
remember on the podcast, Ed mentioned, you're talking about G-Man, and he said, does he have a violin case? And
Yeah.
here's the
Oh, nice,
violin
man.
case.
Nice, man.
My Tommy gun's right here. This was my
Oh,
dad's.
nice, dude. Did you play?
My dad played violin. Yeah, it was awesome. So
You ever hear of Paganini?
no,
Paganini. Do
no,
you know who Paganini is?
I do not know who Paganini is.
Paganini was like the, sort of like the rock and roll violinist from back in the day.
Cool.
Paganini. Someone can Google it and look it up. It's
Kind of like
correct.
there's that guy, I don't know his name. They play a Stradivarius, I think, something like
Mm,
that. Yeah,
nice, man.
yeah.
Well,
So anyway, yeah, G-Man, it works. And
G-Man, now you and I became friends from the podcast.
yeah, the podcast is just once I got, I found it through watching Ed's channel. um
Ed, yep.
I knew of Ed's Ed with working with Heavy, because I went to Heavy's class, and just watching Ed's channel, and then Ed turned into, hanging out with you and doing the podcast, and it went from there. You guys just
Smooth.
keep me in stitches all the time. So
Oh,
I
good,
mean,
man. Good. I hope it's a
I'm
little. hope it's funny. I
awesome.
just talked to Heavy
Hmm.
yesterday, actually,
Hmm.
and then I talked to Ed a little earlier today.
Right. No, it's been great. I initially started in craps really. I was a blackjack player, so I had I I loved math, still love math, like
Hmm.
with baseball averages and
Yeah.
ERAs and all that stuff. And I went to Wake Forest and majored in accounting. That
Oh,
didn't work
really?
out. That didn't work out
Wait,
that well.
Wake
I did
Forest is
graduate. Yeah, go ahead.
Wake
What?
Forest is what? Are you guys the Demons or something?
Demon Deacons. The Demon
Demon
Deacons.
Deacons. What a name, dude. That is
Yeah,
a
man.
good name. Demon Deacons.
And we had like our events in Waite Chapel. It's an actually huge chapel. That's was I saw Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band in Waite Chapel. So Atlanta Rhythm Section.
Man, dude, I just can't get over the Demon Deacons. So,
Yes, our mascot is like a real mad looking
like Abraham
preacher.
Lincoln, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
real mad looking preacher. So uh, yeah, it was green. I went to Wake. It's a great school.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh my
no,
God, dude.
yeah.
The Demon Deacons. Look at this guy. I got to share the screen,
Okay,
man.
you got to share the Demon
Yeah,
Deacon.
I got to share this. I got to share this screen. Just
Go
if
ahead.
people don't know, if people
What it
don't
looks
know,
like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see. Let me
Yeah,
add
pull it
this.
up.
But if people don't know what a demon deacon looks like,
It's really kind of there's two things that don't work together. So
dude, look at what the demon deacon
yeah,
looks like.
right.
You
Yes,
know, like
sir.
out of a horror
That's it.
film or
That's
something. It's
it.
like some weird,
Hmm.
but a deacon.
Yeah.
Are they religious?
Yes, there is it's Baptist. Yep.
Man, I would not want to be reprimanded by
No.
this deacon.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
I don't know. I don't like that mascot, dude.
That's all right. We were never really football, we were never ever really good, but basketball, we've had our runs in the ACC. Tim Duncan is one of our probably most famous alumnus.
Yeah.
Um, Chris
Oh, look at
Paul.
that.
So,
Oh, really?
yep, Chris Paul, who's still just retired. So, a bunch of
Man,
guys
I
we
don't.
had. When I went to school, Michael Jordan was at North Carolina.
Wow.
I saw him
Yeah, I
play
don't
in
know.
person.
I don't know, man. I don't like that logo, dude, to be
That's
honest with you.
okay.
For
Don't
some reason.
you don't have to.
I'm just the Demon Deacons, man. All
Yeah.
right, so G man, there's a lot of G's that have handles. Yeah, have you met G Dub? I just
I
saw G Dub.
10 ton, I texted you that I was next to G Dub the day after the class on Monday after the class.
Oh,
And
dude.
I'm in between G Dub and this guy Alan, who's a local guy. And G Dub turned his buy-in, I don't know what it was, a couple grand. He turned into 20K. So I
Yeah.
was right next to him.
Shout
Yeah.
out G Dub. G Dub,
Right. G
I
Dub's
see
awesome.
in the chat. He's a monster, dude.
Oh man.
He's a
His
beast.
betting. And then he
Yeah.
did it again, like later on. He did it again in Lake Charles. I know, because I try to
Yeah.
learn from these guys, but I'm still challenged in my betting progressions.
I
So
don't know. You did great because I was next to you a couple
right.
times at two
Yeah.
sessions, and that was actually really fun
Yeah, it was.
playing next to you, and
Yeah,
Dice
and
Coach
Oz
was
was
there
next
both
to me.
times.
Yeah, I was in between you and Oz
Yep.
and Ed over there. I texted Oz today just to see if he wanted me to pass on anything about the Seminoles, and you know how he and Ed and all of us feel about the Seminoles. He just said, I can't say the word he said, but he just said, I hate those effing Seminoles. So
Yeah. Well, you know what though? Um, they have a good logo though. Don't you think?
who does? The Florida
It's
State, or are you talking about the
the
Florida,
Seminoles.
the Hard
Yeah, that
Rock?
the Florida State Seminoles,
Yeah,
man.
our uh, Dynamite, who's my wife, which you mispronounced there in that one of those early podcasts. Um,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, look at this. Look at this though. The Seminoles have a
oh
cool
yeah,
collegiate
no, our
logo.
daughter, our daughter
It's
is a FSU
badass.
graduate. We got an FSU graduate in the house, so yeah,
Yeah, it's totally badass, man.
yeah. No,
Oh,
they have
look at
they
that,
have the
man.
guy who rides around with the spear. It's on fire. He puts it in the 50-yard line. No, they're great. They had an off year this year,
Yeah, that is
last couple
badass.
years. So
That's pretty badass. I
The
think
last
I
last
would
two
have liked
years.
that. A guy
Yeah.
come out on a horse at Michigan. That would have
Yeah,
been
well,
sweet.
you should have had ETG set up a Seminole instead of the Gator, but it's okay.
I know. Well, that was me. Go. I was just too confused figuring out which is more like, should I use a crocodile or an
Right,
alligator? I didn't
right,
know which one. Right.
right. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, it's yeah, we're the Seminoles. We think of them because they own the Hard Rock, and
All right. So, G Man, we met from the podcast.
hmm
We've known early on, way early on, and
sure.
then when did you start playing craps, and how long have you been a craps player? Because
hmm
part of the goal, and I didn't do like a big intro. I kind of today was just a crazy day, just getting on and not keeping everyone waiting. So it's a little
Sure.
more impromptu, if you know
It's
what I
okay.
mean, as far as it already was, but it's even more impromptu.
I
But
made some notes just before I came on, but yeah, I started in
good
craps
man.
from blackjack, and we would go on these cruise boats that would go out of St. Petersburg or Johns Pass because we didn't have craps in Florida. I mean, we didn't have gambling, but you would have a 4 hour cruise. You'd go into international waters and
Yeah.
you'd be able to play blackjack and craps. So I never really learned craps early. I went with blackjack because my first inclination is to go. It was the math and to read up on it. There's a like if you see in The Hangover
Yeah.
when he plays blackjack,
Yeah.
he reads the Ultimate Blackjack book. It's a green book. I have that book. I read that book. It's by Ken Usted, I think. But that's what I lean towards. And then eventually one time we were on a cruise boat with my first wife and we went by the craps table and it was all jumping, things were going, and I decided, it's always intimidating to start with craps because you don't know what's happening. But once you get into it, and this kind of older guy helped me with some of the betting a little bit, sixes and eights, and it's like, wow, this is fun. So then I had the bug. So and then once I had the bug, then once again my first inclination is to go to books.
But
So I
G
read.
Man, it is intimidating.
Yeah.
Playing the game, I've been having a lot of these conversations. Oh man, I had a great conversation with Ed about respect as a subject heading on how it was somewhat of a vague topic, but actually a really interesting topic. We talked for like 2 hours last night, 3 hours really, but a
hmm
solid probably hour and a half on just respect at the table. Do you get it? Do you give it? All of those things around that. But a lot of times, and we were talking about how the beginning players, or you're at a table with people that don't necessarily know what to do. And I still always go back to it's fun, like, because the game is so intimidating. That's the biggest barrier to learning the game, I think, is that it's intimidating,
Right.
and you can obviously keep going and learning and learning and learning. But I don't necessarily personally look down or anything like that, or not respect people that don't know how to play it, that are just like learning the game, that are making their way through it. It's the people that should know how to play the game, that have been playing it for years and years and years, that still are exhibiting sort of the,
Yeah.
like, you
Ferret
wonder.
behaviors.
Yeah, I guess so. You are correct, sir. You
Yeah.
are
So
correct,
it's
sir.
like,
Ferret behaviors.
but uh, the thing nowadays with YouTube and the internet, since it's come around, if you want to learn craps, you can go on the internet and spend hours and get a feel for what's happening, and you can come to the table and not be, an idiot.
Can
But
you really? Can you
I think
really
you
though?
can. I think
You,
you can, man.
really?
Because of all the videos, just even even you guys, I mean, you give ideas on how to go in, or whether it's John from Pro Craps, or any of these guys, they're not necessarily everything you can need, but it gives you a foundation. When people come up to the table and they're like, how do you play this game? I'm like, what it's just, I guess I've been playing it so long, I don't have the patience for that. So
Well, I think this is another deep topic, actually, that Ed and I are also talking about. So, Man, sorry. So, we were literally just talking about something that you just brought up about, you know, I don't know if you really can learn on, you can get an idea on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The reason that I even like before I met Ed or before the podcast, I was literally prepping to like launch a YouTube channel on craps,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this
Sure.
was not a like, there was a lot of planning that was going into it. And then I just stopped and changed gears because ultimately I always wanted to have a podcast. That was it's funny because I was talking to this other content creator for the Vikings, actually. He's got like 100,000 subscribers, and he's one of the OGs in that sort of that Viking football fan,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube stuff. And I
Cool.
just happened to know a bunch of them. But, I used his, like, I was, I had a business plan for how I was going to run my YouTube show centered around, and it was actually centered around, like, I did like a graphic. Of course, I did all these graphics, with, like these diagrams on, okay, this is how we'll, make some money here. We'll make some money here. We'll go
Mm-hmm.
out here, and this we'll have a podcast. That was always, and I could never get the podcast part. That's how I originally wanted it. So when I started talking about Ed and he brought it up, I'm like, let's do it.
There you
Then it
go.
sort of I went back to what my original business plan was for this. But my goal was to really be, the impetus for this was because I was frustrated on YouTube
Okay.
looking at craps content, and
Mm-hmm.
respect to everyone, obviously. But
Sure.
and this is long winded here to get to where I was saying, there's just a lot of systems. And the definition, which is going to be a Patreon discussion that we're going to have on and I brought this up in a couple episodes ago, was the distinction between a strategy and systems, how it relates to craps. I actually don't think a lot of people know. In fact, I would bet that 95% of craps players right now probably can't necessarily give me a really clear definition, if you can, in chat or wherever, of what a system is and what a strategy is and how they relate to each other. Because it took me a long time to kind of just grasp that. I remember talking to a Florida guy, Dr. No, who's out in your neck of the woods, and
Yeah.
we would actually have conversations about systems versus strategies. And for me, and we're going to Ed and I are going to dive deep into this, but YouTube is all about systems. A system like 10 ton to a takedown is a system. The 3-point molly system, fucking the orange 2-barrel, 3 putt. That's a system. And YouTube is teaching systems. They're not
Apparently
teaching.
that doesn't leave you room to adjust to what's happening, because it sounds like a system doesn't allow for a variance. You just
No,
have to
well, yeah,
follow it.
that by definition, a
Right.
system is very set. You have
Right.
to do this, this, and this. Like, for example, on my triangle, you have to have an ATS bet, you have to have a line bet, and you have to have a C. That's system is defined clearly.
Mm-hmm.
It's the putting together of the multiple systems, and then your tactical approach and sort of audibles of using them within a craps game, which sort of defines your strategy. Your strategy is a macro level, right? And it's composed
Sure.
of many. It could be, that's why I think the more fundamentally strong you are, the more systems you can build better strategies for playing. But anyway,
Right.
that's going
Right.
to be over on Patreon. Coming up, that I can't wait for that discussion.
That's
Sorry to
cool.
keep brutally interrupting you, G-Man.
No, no, that's all
So
good.
you
But
think you think you learned on YouTube? I mean, I feel like you can
no,
get your
no, I
start
didn't. I didn't have YouTube. I didn't have that. I'm old, dude. I've been playing since more than
since
20 years.
that's a
So
long time, dude. That's longer than
yeah.
I have.
Not like these guys, are playing like 3 or 4 years and they got a podcast and they're talking about stuff. Like, no, but I'm still battling a lot of different things with this game, because part of the problem is like, we only had these boats for a while. So I would only go on that once in a while. Or if we didn't do that, and eventually they're pretty much gone. There is one still in Cape Port Canaveral. But if we wanted to go to Biloxi, it'd be like, once a year. And so then to get good, or to get to work on these things, you got to be in the environment. So eventually we kind of did our own thing where we would get together, at least five of us, me, Sonny, Lucky, Bingo, Big Al, whatever. We would get together and just pool, everybody would buy in for a certain amount of money. And then whoever has the most chips at the end of the 2 hours or 3 hours, they win. And
So our your crew, you just mentioned Lucky, Big Al, Sonny. Are all you got? Did all you guys start the same? Or are you at the same level?
no. Um,
Are you the most experienced in your crew? Being that you are you
no,
the
well, I think Lucky started out as he was going to be a dealer, but he he probably was at craps a lot longer than I've been at it. But I would say Sonny and I we kind of met up into this together, and we've been kind of doing a lot of stuff together along the way. We love craps, we love football, we love baseball. I mean, a lot of stuff we just connected. So um, and that kind of helped us. So we were doing these games where we would go to a guy's house and we'd throw on a pool table where we'd have a felt, and then
yeah
we'd have the
yeah
bumpers, and we just throw
yeah.
down like pretend it was a craps table. And eventually I got on a run of winning a lot of those games, so that kind of gave me some confidence. But uh and then eventually we're like, we need to have a table. And then I came up with an idea for Sonny and his wife to how to save up the money, called the
Is that the
envelope
picture that
challenge.
you
Yeah,
is that the picture that you sent me? Because I'm going to share
that's
some
Sonny's
pictures.
table. Yeah, that's Sonny's table. Sonny and his wife, the arm.
All
Um,
right. I'm gonna share this tape. I'm gonna share this picture. I wish I had a bigger picture of this G-Man. For some reason, I thought that's
I
what
don't
I
know
mean.
how
I
to
wish I
send.
had the prep, dude. Oh my God. I wish
Yeah,
I could prep
well,
for these shows better, but
but
the picture
you're
is
busy.
is small. All right.
Okay,
All
well,
right. So I'm gonna
I could. It's too late to send it again, but yeah,
it's too late, man. It is too late. So, but we'll
yeah.
get this on here. All right. This is the table that your crew pretty much practices on and plays on now.
Yeah, that's Sonny's table. It's a 10-foot American table games table that he had custom
Okay.
built. And
Dope, dude.
it's a really beautiful table, really beautiful. And that's his casita. It's called the Casita Downs. That's like a little like playhouse that we have a craps table and a poker table and a bar, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's
So,
pretty nice, man.
yeah.
Does look very nice. I wish I had a better picture of this, man,
Yeah, it's
because
pretty good.
it's pixelating when I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when I
And right there
zoom in on
you
this,
can see
man.
in there it says the field bet. See his last name, he does, we go by handles, but his last name is Flamia, and it says Flamia Field. So
Man,
that
what
that
a
was my
what a name. That's awesome.
yeah, that's Italian. Like it's super he's
A
Italian, but
lot of
my
Italians,
friend
man.
yeah. So but yeah, so that was my contribution to the table. I'm like, you should call it Flamia instead of just the field bet. It should be Flamia Field because we actually played football on his backyard, and it was
Are
Flamia Field. So
are you? I mean, this is a legit table. How often you guys get together?
sometimes, not too often. Our schedules don't necessarily match up. It's going to be more probably going forward, but
What?
it's more.
Give me like once a quarter, once every 2 months. What? How
No,
often are you guys playing?
no. Him and I will get together, and I'll be, he'll call me and like, it's like let's roll a little bit. I'll come over and we'll each be each other's stick. And we've had a
Yeah,
couple games. We've had at least one crap game on it, where we had a competition, like I was telling you
yeah,
about with other people. Lucky won that the last one.
yeah.
But I could, once a week, once every couple weeks, whatever. So it's not, I can't practice there that often, but I've got my own, I started practicing on my own with a 6-foot table before I went to heavies class. 6-foot table, I put it in the garage and I threw a big piece of drywall on it and I put
Man,
the felt and the bumpers on that and threw it
G-man,
in.
see that? Those are the pictures that I want. Those
Well, I showed you
pictures.
the one. I showed you the one in the table. I set it up in the house, but
Let me see.
that was the
I'm gonna bring this other picture on.
yeah.
Okay, so G-Man, before I show this table, did you start? So you've been playing for 20 years. When did you start? Did you start learning? Did you focus on betting or did you focus on shooting? And when did it become a serious focus on either of them?
I think it was shooting more first than betting because, like Ed has mentioned, I hesitate to bring this up, but Ed has mentioned about the 5 count, how, you know, dealers hate it and stuff. That's really kind of like how I began. I read Frank Scabliti's book, the multiple books with the Dominator and, that picture's on there with the craps table I sent you, but I started with the 5 count. I started as a grinder. I mean, like I'm trying to grind this stuff up, and
Yeah.
it's been hard for me to get away from that focus, um, and that's why. Yeah, there you go. So that's
Listen, listen. All right. First of all, I don't even know. I'm just gonna ignore all the pink stuff that's in here.
yeah,
And
that's
this
my
is
wife. She loves
is
pink,
this
dude. So
some
yeah,
oh, okay. This is not
yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't normally shoot there anyway, but I just
I've
set it up
taken
to give
over
you.
our like little girl's bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's our house, man. We got pink everywhere. So
Oh, nice, man. Look at
yeah, we have
this.
pink all over. So but there you see the books and it's like, I read a bunch of books and even there's I don't know if you've heard of the sharpshooter. I think we had the sharpshooter book before we had those. Sonny had the sharpshooter book.
Yeah,
Um
you've got these books, which is great. I mean, I've got the hey, ETG, can you hand me that book over there? Get the Edge. Do you have this book, G Man?
I think that's over. I think yeah, I think
This
uh
book.
I do have that. That's still in the that's in the closet. Yeah, I got
So
that book.
I think this is one of the best books you can
Hmm.
buy. I think it like serves the purpose for what a lot of the other books
Right.
do. I mean, it's complete.
Hmm.
Sharpshooter, man. What a handle, dude.
Yep.
What
Sharpshooter
one of
was
the
was excellent.
yeah, what a handle. So I see this jacket over here. Is that a Fremont jacket, dude?
Yeah, that's the 54 count
Man,
roll jacket. Yeah. So
man.
that's when I started shooting from stick right, even though I'm right-handed. And I know you shoot a lot from stick right, but the more I got into craps, it was like, well, you're right-handed, you should be shooting from stick left. So then I transitioned over to stick left.
How'd your
But now
transition go? Good.
not, not
So
so
the
good sometimes.
drugs
Not
doing,
it's
yeah.
tough. I'm
Now,
still having a problem with stick left. I'm having a problem with both
where
sides. So
when you got this jacket, dude, where
yeah,
were you? Stick left one or stick right?
stick
Yeah,
right.
yeah, nice.
One,
Dude, these jackets are
stick
actually
right two.
really cool. Like they're cool jackets. They look good on.
Yeah, it's a nice jacket. I mean, I was just they were counting this up. I'm at the Fremont. This is early in my craps career.
What was the roll?
That's like 54. Um,
Nice, man.
but I know I had another long roll. I've played crazy story.
Yeah, hold on a second, G man. Let me
What?
just get through this. All right.
What?
This other book, what is this other book over here on the right?
Where?
Right here. You see that?
That's another Frank Scabliti book, I think.
Scobletti.
That's
All right. Yeah.
yeah, towards the end. I've got another book that I didn't put out there, and I think this book, I haven't really looked at it too much,
I
but I feel
appreciate
there's some.
I appreciate the setup. This is aesthetically
Yeah, I did it
pleasing.
for you, and I put the
Yay.
product placement there.
I know. I didn't pay for
So
the product placement. I should have, but this is great. You've got the little flask, you got the dice,
yeah, yeah.
you got
And those
this. This
dice
is
they
all.
show casino tiers on them. I made sure they
Yep.
showed the casino tiers. So
Yeah, this is cool. But
yeah.
this is how you practiced. You practiced on this table. This is how you practice your
Right now
shot.
I'm practicing. When I practice on this, I don't use the drywall. I'm just practicing on a 6 foot like plastic table with felt and those bumpers that I got from the Gambler's Supply Store in Vegas.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
But yeah,
Wendy over
that's
there, she's cool. Super helpful, by the way, for anyone that
they've
that needs anything.
when I shopped there, they were in the old location. They've moved. Um, we bought chips there.
You know
Yeah,
what,
we
G-Man? I'm going to get to the chat right now. Sorry I keep interrupting you.
go
We're old
ahead.
friends. You don't
No
mind.
biggie.
You know what?
Sure.
Shout out. I got to tell you, man, Waylon, I'm going to get to these chats. Waylon always with the comes in with the hit the like, subscribe, and join.
That's
He
right.
is, man, Waylon, thank you for it's like the ETG should be doing that. He's my producer.
There you
He's
go.
instead he's sitting over there just on the couch on his phone. He
Put
should
them
be
to
telling
work.
me this. But thank you,
Yeah.
Waylon. You're right. All right, listen, G man, let me just we got some people in the house, man. And
Sure.
I need to do better promoting the show because I'm pretty stoked about I've been wanting to talk. We both know a lot of people from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously Oz Stent Placer is from there. And
Right.
all your crew. I know there's
Right.
a bunch of other people, but
Well, of course, sweet rolls, which I've never met, but yeah.
oh my God, that's right. Sweet Rolls, of course, and Mr. Sweet. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give a little shout out to the chat, man. Bootleggers here, Huggy Bear, Stent Placer, Real Pain. Got
Mm-hmm.
BRBs in the house. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
H2O
I took
guy.
heavies class with bootlegger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in heavies class with at Darth Nader's place with bootlegger.
Man, what year is this?
3, 4 years ago. It was bootlegger, me, Mike Basil, and Dean the Machine.
Oh man, dude, you sent me a picture of you
Yeah,
and Dean the
with Dean
Machine.
when Dean hit the 6 point fire. I
Hold
was
on,
right. I was on the other side of him.
let me bring that picture up now, man. We're
Yeah,
all over the place, but dude,
yeah,
I
I know.
guess it
That's
doesn't
fine.
matter. Let me let me get this picture up, dude. Here, hold on a second. Let me see. All right, here we go. Bringing up Dean the Machine, dude.
There he is
You and Dean the Machine.
coming up. There you
Yep.
go. There's Dean.
God,
Yep.
dude, look at that guy, man. Chiseled, huh? I feel like he should always be in. I was telling Ed, like, I feel like he should be cast in one of those like
Uh,
King Arthur movies or something.
yes,
You know what I
he's
mean?
cool.
He's got that like beard that he can be a
He's got it going on,
yeah, Dean
and
the
he's a
Machine.
wealth. He's a wealth of knowledge. He knows something about everything. It's crazy.
Okay, so where was this?
That was at the link,
Oh man, this is
which
the link.
they're going away from tables. I think that table is gone. So yeah, we initially started that day. Well, he talked about this on Ed's show for a couple
Did
hours, but
did he hit the 6 point fire or did you?
yes, he hit it. No, I didn't hit it. He hit it, but I
Man,
was on it with him.
how
So
much?
I only had $2. He had five. So I was
Man,
being my grinder self.
I know.
And he also hit the ATS on that. So, and I wasn't even on the ATS. So that's the thing, one of the things that you've contributed to my advancement in this game is now I'm playing the ATS. I know it's not something to necessarily, it's not the be all end all. It's more of a bonus, but I would never play it before.
Mm.
I've hit it before. I hit it for a guy at the Win. He won. I think he had quarters on it. He threw me $100 chip, and that was great when he did
I
it.
mean, hey,
But
listen, the thought that counts, right?
yeah, no. But a
Guy
lot of
just made
times, yeah, he made
yeah,
five k. So
guy just made yeah, 5250.
yeah, but I've hit it numerous times. I hit it at the IP with Big Al, and Al was on it, and I wasn't. So
That's
uh,
some sort of like that must be some sort of weird thing
mm-hmm,
to process when anyone that's ever made the ATS, right?
mm-hmm,
And they're not on it. That would
right.
probably be a weird thing to make sense of in yourself. You know, in your mind, you'd have to go, "Ah, what could
What am I
have
doing?
been?
What am I
Why
doing?
didn't
Well,
I bet this?"
it's kind of like what I felt when I was next to G-Dub when he won 20K with this guy who threw about six hard fours, and I never bet the hard four once. And I made, 500, 600. He made 20,000. So
Well, I
that's
mean,
not
hey,
good.
at least you still made something. I mean,
I
that's
know.
good that you look at it. I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at to look at that. I mean, when I was at the table with looking over when I was next to you, and where was that? Golden Nugget? It was Golden Nugget, looking over at G Dub, and I'm like, God damn, how did this guy get his bets up there so quick? I thought I would get my bets up there quick, and this guy's already there. He
starts fast. Yeah, he starts fast and just keeps moving up. So
I mean,
I texted Oz today, like I said, to see if he wanted to pass in anything, and he said he was at the Hard Rock recently a couple weeks ago, and he hit him big, and he had his five. Well, I don't know if it was a 5 or a 9, but I'll look real fast. But anyway, he had one of those up to 750, and his 9. He had his 9 up to 750, hit it, then hopped it for 75 and hit it again.
Wow. So, when you start getting into into those above 500 levels, it is crap starts to just become this amazing game, right? When you get those
rarefied
payouts.
air. I've never been there. I hope to get there one day.
You'll get there, dude. You will. It's just you'll.
It's taken me a long road to get here, but
Yeah, but Gman, it's like, as far as you never playing the ATS, I was telling someone, man, I have so many conversations. Sometimes I just forget. Oh, it was with shout out Double Up. I was having this conversation because he was talking about the ATS. So if you don't mind, he was like, well, I was playing the 5-10-5. And I've always had a problem personally with that. Again, if you're just betting on yourself, what's wrong with betting that extra $10 on yourself? You can rationalize the extra 10 so many other ways. You can not make a bet, and you're in whatever bets you're doing, or you can, you can not put odds down. I mean, it's $10. It's just sort of how you think about, but you can make sense of that, because the long-term payout of that, it's going to open up bigger lay options for almost consolation prizes. But, that's a $300 hit if you just make that instead of 150, and that can be meaningful at that level of play. And then it jumps up to 1,800 as far as when you hit the other side and all. I just think if you're going to play the ATS, I really think I know that there's a lot of people that disagree with me, and I'll please disagree all you want. This is how you should play it, in my opinion. You should, if you're on yourself, the minimum you should play it at, if you're playing craps, I don't care what level you're at, you should be playing this at $30, 10, 10, 10, and go for it on yourself, and go for a $2,100 if you happen to make them all. It's worth the $30. Don't make a place bet.
It makes
don't
sense.
make a place bet.
Sense.
Or don't put odds down. You can easily sort of rationalize that. In the long term, I feel like that you'll get more value out of that. Again, I really play that aggressively on myself. But again, you're not going to spew it on everyone else, but on yourself, I think it's very worth it. So hopefully you're doing that.
When I went, I've been playing with it, but when I was at the experience with you guys, I hit one side 8 different times, but mostly at $5. So,
and I hit it. I was taking home I hit that twice that night. I didn't hit it, but I was betting the $20 on each side because that was the max you can go.
The maximum 20. Nugget, yeah.
Interesting about Biloxi and the ATS is that their max is $1,000 more than Fremont. Fremont is 25, 10, 25, paying 3,000 total, versus Golden Nugget, which was 20, 20, 20, paying 4,000. Pretty random little comparative note. But during that session, 2 times, I don't know, did Ed hit it and you hit it? Either way, that was $600 each time. That was,
and then the guy at the end hit it too. You hit it with the one of the
dude. That was awesome. That was awesome, man. That bet can really come in handy. And I know there's a lot of people that just don't like it. I just don't understand. The game has changed. That's on every felt. You should start playing the game again. You know,
Right.
you should, again, all my opinions. What do I know? You should play that bet aggressively on yourself. It's on almost every table. It's part of the
Sure.
game now.
Yeah, I mean, this comes from I started in this, like I said, I read the books and all, and it was like, grind your way up, stay away from the middle of the layout bets because there's such a high house vig, and of course, the ATS, that's a long shot bet, so why even do that? So
But
with that kind of philosophy, you're not going to make a big hit.
Gman, I mean, all those books are out of date at this
Oh, I
point. There's
know.
like all of these books are out of date. They need a
Yeah.
refresh
Yeah.
to reflect
Right.
what's actually happening in the game now. The felts are different. It's like, so
Mhm.
why are you even thinking about that? Make the
Sure.
most of the world that we have. Dude, I'm going to get
Yeah, I'm
back
not. Go ahead.
and G-Man, you're going to be hanging out here. Let me just say hello to a
Sure.
couple other people before I forget so I can almost catch up. Mid-Atlantic Crabs, that's nice, man. Jeff's in here. Oh, low budgets here from Mississippi. Shout out low budget. Huggy
All right.
Bear. Oh man, guy I was texting with earlier. Vegas day tripper. I want to get Vegas day tripper. I'm like, dude, come on. I was talking to Ed last night about some of the guests that I'm gonna have, dude. People are gonna
Mhm.
G-Man. People are gonna find this. I hopefully find this channel entertaining
Entertaining.
because I mean, I've King Dice is going to be on here. I just talked to him the
Good
other
stuff.
day. So there's going to be a lot of players that people might not like. Some might like. I talked to Alfredo. I'm excited to have him on. I'm going to have all these people on, man. And it's going to be fun because it's my show. And
Yeah.
I want to spread the word and connect people because dude, is this like the more I go on into this community, everyone it's like a bunch of high school girls. It's crazy that it's all guys. It's
Yeah.
crazy that it's all guys
Yeah,
that dominate
it's male
craps.
dominated. Yeah, for
You would
sure.
think that it's made of high school girls, but it's not. Okay, Huggy Bear, Sandman is in here.
Gotcha.
Caveman. All right, I'll tell you what I really think. Shout out Wisco, Brunowski. Oh, dude, Fuzzy's in the house, and Fuzzy he won the 3MG last month, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Nice.
personally deliver it to him.
Hopefully one
Um,
day I can win that as well. But I do have the distinction of being the first James A winner.
oh yeah, dude, that's right. You were the first James A winner, and that was at Fremont.
That's correct. And you said, take it easy. I'm testing a new shot, a new set. Take it easy on me. And you promptly hit the ATS.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and that was a good roll. I
Yeah,
love
it's a
that
good
table.
roll.
I love that table. I think
Was a good
I
roll.
got a hat there. I think.
Yeah, yeah. You had a
Yeah,
25 counter plus, yeah.
it was
I
I
had a
think it was
couple
in the
20.
30s. Yeah.
I got in the low 20s before you got there. I needed like two or three more or whatever. I never got to the 25 count range, but and Bump John was there and he had a nice roll from that other side when I figure I was going to color up and then he has a massive roll. So it's like
G-Man, I'm going to just catch up on this chat right now still,
go ahead.
okay? Shout
Sure.
out little crap stock, man, crap stock, OKC. We got to get some OKC people on. That's going to be that'll be cool. So I'll see if crap stock wants to come on with Okram Polo. X-Man is in the house. Dice Grinders, Lazy Dog. Hey, listen, man, you G-Dub says what's
G
up,
Dub.
man?
What's up, G Dub?
Yep. And then yeah, there's I put this up when I saw it, but Fuzzy was like, strategy is more like a philosophy of play. System is a set of rules you play by.
I agree with that.
Very correct. That's going to be one of, I think, so on that book. Hey, ETG, go grab those papers over there, that chunk, just so I can. I'm in the final editing phase of of this book on
Yeah, I'm
how
looking forward to that. I'll be the first customer.
well, so the people that have come over and
Yeah.
have actually seen like this rough draft. So when I say like I've been working on it, dude,
Hmm.
like see this?
Wow.
Like these are all just
Nice.
versions and like, you could see just rewrite after rewrite after rewrite. But I was reading, thanks ETG. Have you seen it? You saw ETG.
Yeah.
Son,
We
not my
talked
son. He looks like
yesterday.
me. Yeah,
He
son, not my
does look a
son.
little like you, and he's
Yeah,
also a Viking fan, so
I
he's
know.
got
That's
it
why I
going
got
on.
that was the thing. That's why I got the job here. That is why he got the job. That was like the deciding
Skull.
factor. There was another guy, DTG, there's another guy, Asian guy from like a really nice guy, but he was like a filmmaker guy. But it really that was like the do I want this guy or do I want the guy that likes the
Yeah.
Vikings? I'll go with
Yeah.
the guy that
It's the
likes the Vikings.
Vikings.
So
Yeah.
so on that book, when I was editing it, I got to the part on systems and strategy because I really feel like craps players should know what they're doing because of the amount of time they're spending on YouTube learning the game. Do they know that they're only learning like what I call like a sliver, and then they're making that little sliver of play, whatever it is, their whole game? And I feel like you need to combine tons of those slivers to your game play during a session. So again, I think people don't understand that, and so that's why I was rewriting that, and so then that's why it's going to become a good topic for the show. It's going to be great. And then
It's a lot to
uh,
take in. It's a lot to work with when you're at the table with all that, you have to have a plan in place, but you got a lot of outside factors affecting what's happening to you.
well,
And,
well,
you know,
dude, yeah, but you're going in there with a strategy, or like I
right.
would say, like I'd lay this over with like football or coaching. You'd go in there with your strategy, which would be like, let's say Belichick. All right,
Hmm.
going in there and playing, and he's got his overall plan of attack for the game.
Right.
But then your systems are going to be like your offensive and defensive coordinator. I mean, and then your Brady's going to be your QB is going to be adapting those systems in game, tactically in game with audibles and mixing them up. I mean, craps overlays
Well,
to football really nice.
yeah, because a lot of these guys have their first 15 scripted plays for starting the game, like Shanahan or whatever. First 15 plays are all scripted, and they might just drive right down the field and score a touchdown. But then after that, it's how do you adjust to what the defense is going to adjust to what you're doing. So that's where you're talking about adjusting what's happening, at the table. But
Yeah, you can't just keep playing the same thing
no.
because so many huge important factors change within a session, most notably what's your bankroll or
Hmm.
what's in your rack, which should be sort of one of the driving forces of how you're going to of what you're going to do or what you're going to employ in order to either to increase that or depending on where you are. But yeah, I think people are not playing it that way. Anyway, couple more shout outs, man. Um, Lazy Dog, I think we did. Waylon, man. Oh, Chow, man. Chow is awesome. I'm gonna have Chow on. He is funny. Okay, he's gonna
Did
be
he go to the
representing.
latest experience?
He was, dude. Chow's
Hmm.
awesome.
I heard his
And
name.
I
Yeah.
got a chance to shoot with Chow, G Ray, and X Man at a table 8 and I, and Giggity Testaverde. You're Florida guy. Where's
Testaverde.
Testaverde?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know where he
And,
got
and
that name from. Yeah.
and ATS Hunter from Carolina, Real Pain. Oh, this is good, man. If you play the same system every session, you may win or lose. If you play the same system every day, every month, you will lose. At least that is my experience on my home table
Hmm.
and casino. I
Hmm.
mean, you got to mix it up.
Yeah, you got to be able
Uh,
to adjust.
dude, Hondo 12. I don't know Hondo 12. Tom Marco with sharpshooter Jerry Patterson. Yes.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and from what I understand, I asked Bo, he doesn't really play anymore.
No. Yeah.
He's alive, but he doesn't play.
Right.
And then Lucky too, I believe Alan Rhodes. Oh, Obey Craps. Nice,
It's
man.
funny. It's kind of funny how things lead together because my first real um, craps instruction was at Bo's house, was at the dice coach's house. So I was I had it in my mind that and my partner Dynamite was like, let's go do this and let's just play craps full time.
Yeah.
So we drove out to Vegas. I left my job and she left hers. I took a leave of absence, but we drove out to Vegas in our Odyssey, 2,500 miles, and started. I had comp rooms around that lasted about a week. But then I was gonna like try to play craps, like as a profession.
Yeah, I
Uh,
we I used to think that at one point in my
uh,
life.
and I
But
went to the dice coach's house and we learned a ton of stuff in the little short time that I did. And Bo and his beliefs about crap numbers and what's coming after that. And she started tracking like she was tracking way before Bump John, but she was writing down every roll like on similar cards to what you made.
Dynamite?
Yes. So she was my partner, throughout
Man.
this whole thing. But she would be writing the numbers down, and it would be crazy to see. Okay, right after a 12 comes a 7. It's like, what is this? And so it was eye opening that, although you think some of it is you're focusing on that, you're not seeing necessarily the
Right.
times that it doesn't happen, but um, it was eye opening what was happening. And then we decided. I think I've played just about every casino in Vegas. We played the Aliante, and then Bo shows up, and he's doing the thing, and played near Bo when I was out there. But
That's the first place I hit the all tall, all small was the Aliante with a
no,
six
really,
four six
yeah, that's
four
way
three
out of
two
town.
set. Yeah, which I
Yeah,
just brought back recently. When I have trouble at a certain table at Durango, I brought back that same set, six
I
four three
I
two.
love the Durango. I love
Really?
it,
Man.
love it. I mean, when we first we played there when we went out there not long after it opened. I just love the whole feel of that place.
I
It's
like the
just
Durango. I
beautiful.
like Durango too, man. I've been trying to play it a lot lately. I don't
Hmm.
know if I have so many conversations. I don't know what I talked about last week, but I made them all at Durango recently
I did
for the
all.
first
Wait, I
time.
sent you that picture with Big Al. I hit the ATS there on the way to the airport
Oh,
for
that
the
picture
second.
is you at Durango?
Yes,
Oh
and
man,
my outfit actually
hold
matches
on.
the Durango colors. Look at those colors.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring this up. Hold on a second, man.
Yeah, it's amazing how I was wearing that light green outfit, and that is Durango all day.
Man, all
So
right. Since we started talking about
there you
Durango,
go. There,
Big
that's
Al,
yeah,
man, you guys are
yeah,
blending into the
yeah.
the environment.
That's right.
You know that
Yeah. So
perfect camouflage.
yeah, he bought that shirt at Binion's. Loved it. But yeah, that was at the Durango on the way to the airport, and we had hit the ATS. I'd hit the ATS at the Palms less than 24 hours before that. So
Dude, G-Man, did you have money on it?
yes, 10 times. This
Did
is
you
this is the
and then you
time
hit it
I'm
and then you hit
yeah.
it at Durango too?
Yes, on the way to the
Did
airport. Yeah,
yeah, what a way to leave Vegas, man.
definitely.
So what
Yeah,
did you
we
have on it?
just the fives, man, just the fives.
Why just the
So
fives, dude?
I don't know.
Why?
I'm, someday I'll graduate. I'm
Why?
gonna
But no,
graduate.
but the time is now to graduate. Why did
I
you just
know.
have five? Did 5 10 5 or 5 5 5?
No,
Oh,
555.
oh
No,
my
yeah.
God. Why? That is one bet.
I
That's
have no
another
excuse.
$15 bet
I
on
know.
yourself that you just, I'm like, "Ah, okay, I won't bet the 4 or 10 or
No.
whatever. I won't bet the 9.
Yeah, I hit it at the Palms with fives, and then even before that, I came one roll away, needed a 12, but I had like a 35 count roll at the Palms earlier in the morning that day because we were staying at the Palms. But
Man.
and then I
So,
met up with some Hawaiian guys. I met up with a Hawaiian guy, and then he apparently has a crew of shooters. It's not the
man,
Hawaiian crap shooters, but
gee, gee, that's a surprise. a Hawaiian guy with a crew of shooters.
Oh
But
yes, and
you know
his
what?
shooters. Well, he's telling me this guy shoots this many rolls. His name
Speaking
is
of Haw-
Reynolds.
speaking of of Hawaii, shout out Brian,
Oh, the one.
Hawaii crap shooters.
He
Uh,
just he comes in.
yeah, that's awesome.
I was at the
Uh,
California one time playing. Of course, that's
dude,
populated by Hawaiians.
G-Man, slow down. All right, hold on. I got
What?
more questions for you. All
Go ahead.
right.
Go
All
ahead.
right.
Whatever.
Ripper in the house. Ripper. Good job, Ripper. One of our most recent Patreon subscribers. Ripper, man. Oh, Sweet Lou's in the house. Man, that the AC guys had a. I was getting pictures from those guys yesterday. Pete Springer. Oh my God. Big foam finger, man. Says, always great to put the faces and stories with the name. This show gets better every week, and I'm learning so much. Thanks, Casino Tears team.
That's cool.
You know what? Hey, Big Foam Finger and G-Man. Listen, let me just get rid of this. I'm hoping, dude, that these conversations, I know that they are going to be like, they could be very boring to some people. I don't care. I'm
Right.
like, I'm interested in it. It's like saying, hey, talking about someone's fucking craps table or the table they set up on
Yeah.
their kitchen table
Right.
isn't exciting. It's like, duh. It's like, is the sun yellow or is the sky blue? This is pretty much for you have to be into like nerding out if you're going to be interested in this stuff. And I'm interested in it because I feel like
Right.
we can all relate to like how like your setup or seeing a picture in how everyone started playing and figuring it out. And so that's why I feel like I appreciate that comment, because hopefully there's people that see this that are in Florida that are be like, oh, G-Man, cool, you're down here with a crew, maybe we can connect, because there are a
Right.
lot of people. That scene is big,
It's
dude.
tough playing alone. I mean, when you play, there's good and bad things with it, but it's lonely. It's just you, and a lot of times you're just you're trying to deal with all that. One thing I can add real quickly: the Durango ATS was from stick right, and the Palm stick ATS was from stick left. So I did it on two different sides.
You
Within
don't
that 24
say.
hours. Yeah.
Within 24 hours is impressive.
Yeah.
But so that's
Yeah.
very interesting that you bring this up,
Right.
because just the last two times I've made the ATS has been at Palms and Durango. And one was Durango was stick left one, 6-4-3-2 set, and Palms was stick right one.
So I was the exact opposite. So flip that. That's where I was.
But now compare to what I had on it, because I had confidence in
Yeah.
myself to shoot, which was
Yeah.
100, 25, 100, and then 120. Actually, 9,750 for both hits.
That's awesome.
G-Man, I encourage everyone, if you're going to have one of these big rolls, just bet on yourself. I mean, I really got that from Ed too. I mean, that's Ed's philosophy.
Yeah.
You bet harder on yourself. You might as well. How many times do I see these guys like texting from Fremont? Just had a fucking, whatever, 50 roll. I hope you bet big on yourself versus everyone else. Everyone should at this point have the confidence to bet on themselves, or at least, budget accordingly to do that. Sure. Man, just go 10, 10, 10 at least on yourself on the bonus, man.
Makes sense. I'm going to adjust my actions going forward.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was with Dina one time. We went to the Hard Rock one time. I just wanted to shoot. It was at night. A lot of times it's hard. There's really never a good time to play there.
Hard Rock?
Yeah, there's never really a good time. But like where you can, kind of get on a table, it's always seems to be jammed, no matter what time of day.
Before I get to the map, okay? I'll bring back the map. Dude, when you mentioned Bo, you mentioned Heavy. Who was the first person you took a class from?
Bo.
Okay. How many years into your playing? Your 20 years
early.
of playing?
That was early.
Really? Dude,
that was I think 2011, I think.
Oh, whoa. Dude, that is early. Man, I would have loved to have known Bo back then.
Yeah, it was
You know?
2011. It was in his house, and
Yeah.
it was cool. I mean, he just a lot of, and I mean, it wasn't really long. It was a couple hours, but it was just a lot that came of it, and I brought the knowledge that I learned from him back to my guys, and they were
I was
didn't want to
G-Man.
believe it, but
I was talking to Bo the other day, and we were talking about because I'm gonna have Bo and Heavy on
mhm.
together. It's gonna be awesome, man. They're
They're
gonna be
great. Yeah,
just talking about
I
old
know a
times,
ton.
man.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my God, that conversation's gonna be great. That's
yep,
gonna just be great. I can't wait to be in the crowd for that, to watch that. He was saying, you know what, everyone should be taking other classes. I think it's beneficial to take other classes just to pick up, if you can pick up one little thing from someone else and then incorporate it
right.
into your style, it's gold. And so I don't
Yeah,
view that as, I think it's tough enough to figure out it to get the information, but you're getting it from, like, those guys are to me are the OGs. You
right.
mentioned
They
Dom
are.
would be the third, really.
Yeah. And it was funny because along the way, I was playing at the Rio back when they had real tables. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they had like 6 tables in the pit. Um, were you ever playing there when the Rio was the Rio?
Mm.
It was a while back.
I was playing at the Rio when I was a poker player,
Hmm.
and when
Yeah,
I was
when they had
trying to figure out
WSOP
the
there.
game. Yeah, when I was trying to
Yeah.
figure out the game, which was, and then I was going, of course, here's a complicated strategy from YouTube. Okay, like I think everyone saw that. It's got like however many million of views. Some guy that's in there playing some electronic craps and how he turned his money into like $13,000.
Right.
I'm like, oh, let me run that strategy. And then I realized how difficult it was to take something so cumbersome and complex and then at a full table and expect a dealer to do that. And then I realized, wow, I
Right.
need to really study this game. It's it's
It's
difficult.
there's always something to learn. But anyway, I was playing at the Rio and I had my shot, and Dynamite was there. She a lot of times would try to be like my blocker
Yeah.
down the lane, but there was another guy on the other side, and he started watching my shot, and he liked it. And she started talking. A lot of times, she'll initiate conversations with other people around the table, and we kind of start talking. And it turns out this guy was a Golden Touch instructor.
Mm.
So his name was Tommy Two Names,
Dude,
and
who? Tommy
Tommy
Two
Two
Names?
Names. Yep.
Man,
So
I kind of want to meet Tommy Two Names.
it's been a
What was
while
his
since
other
I've.
name?
His real name is Tom, um, but he's from California. Was a postal guy, and so we kind of struck up a thing. He liked the way I was shooting, whatever, and then
Yeah,
I
but what
mentioned
was
that.
his other name?
I don't
Tommy
know.
Two Names. You didn't ask
I
him?
don't know. I don't know. That's right. I should. I
Gee,
didn't
man,
ask
why
him.
wouldn't you ask him? What's your other name?
That's him. I don't know.
Tommy Two Names.
Yep. So
Okay.
that was his handle. But
I
anyway, we ended up connecting on a few different occasions. We would go out to Vegas and play with Tommy, and he had a crew. He had a couple guys.
Oh
So
man. Yeah.
yeah. So, but it was cool. But I asked him. I would ask him about Golden Touch, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, well, you don't really." He was almost kind of like not selling it. I don't want the Dominator to hear that, but he was like, "Yeah, I would." He kind of got me off going, but I was really still interested in going, even though
So do you
it
take a
was.
Golden Touch class?
I haven't done it. I never did that. Heavy's class was my first like major class, so I thought
Yeah,
about it, you know,
I
but
still, I don't care. I don't care if people laugh at me. Ed laughs at
no,
me
it's
if I
fine.
say
I
that.
know.
I don't care. I think that there was value. In fact, Ron, who teaches, Ron, really nice guy, and he gives lessons over at Casino Quest.
Hmm.
So he's a super nice guy, man. And I shot with him over at Palms. He bought some dice uh, from me. He asked me that same thing. He's like, "What are you doing? What were you doing at Golden Touch, taking a class?" And I'm like, "Why wouldn't I?"
You
Why
can just
wouldn't
get a
I want
nugget somewhere, wherever. You
why
never
wouldn't
know.
I want to learn at least the proper, like they're obviously been a bit, he's been doing it forever. At least let's see
Yeah,
what it's about. How can that
sure.
like how can that hurt my evolution as a player? It can only make me stronger. And then plus I could figure out what I like, what I don't like, and then incorporate this little piece into your game. Like the shit that Bo talks about. There's sometimes I will. Every now and then I'll turn my bets off. Every
Hmm.
now and then. I'll never turn my bets off for two after a 12 or
Right. A
aces.
12 or a
No
2. Yeah.
way. No
Hmm.
way, right? But
Hmm.
I found myself doing it at certain times. Maybe if it's paired with a
Maybe
stick change,
maybe
or
it's
maybe,
deep into the roll. You're pretty
and
deep.
maybe it
It's
was
been a
like
long roll. So
horn, and there's some other stuff going on where
it's
I
amazing
just
what
need,
happens after multiple horns, Stenton. I
you
mean,
know,
it's crazy. I was just playing the other day, and 4 horns in a row, followed by a 7.
yeah.
So I mean,
Dude, shout out Huggy Bear though. Ronnie from Casino Quest is a good dude. He got me started when I was first trying to figure out shooting the dice. I second that, man. This guy is a good dude. He is a good dude. Funny little story about that, dude. A long time ago, I was at Casino Quest because I'd use these places because I needed a table to shoot on. So
yeah, I've been to Casino Quest. Yeah.
I'd go rent a table just for myself, right, for an hour. The
Hmm.
I remember Ron was giving a lesson. I didn't know who he was. He was giving a lesson at the next table, and I made them all right when I was shooting, and I was like, I just made them all. I just made them all right here. I
Uh,
just made them
uh,
all. Like it meant something, when you do it on
right.
your own for
Right.
no money. But
Yeah.
I would always I was always trying to find tables. But I learned I love the fact that you that I was able to understand their whole uh, how much they stress this shot and learning that shot.
Hmm.
You can apply a lot of that into your stick left one shot. I mean, I'm not a backswing guy at all, but
Right.
I still think there's value to at least learning it so then you can unlearn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're always trying to find like the perfect process or perfect shot, and that's kind of why, I've gone to classes before is to get, you can watch stuff on YouTube, you can practice on your own, but if you're not getting advice on what it looks like. Like Ed can look at your shot and say, well, you're doing this. And maybe you don't feel it. Like he looked at my shot and he saw I was turning my wrist. Now I'm battling. It's kind of like golf or whatever. When you're thinking so much about what you're doing, it gets in the way of you being like free and easy and clear. So you're tensing up probably unknowingly or unconsciously. And so that's kind of what I'm fighting with right now. It's kind of a process of, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods changed his golf shot like 4 or 5 different times. And this was the best golfer in the world, but
Yeah.
he was always making adjustments because he knew he had to. And sometimes he would break his swing down just down to the bones and rebuild it back. And that's kind of like what I'm dealing with right now. I'm kind of dealing with some of that since knowing that I'm doing some things that which I didn't feel with before, but now I kind of notice that I'm trying to work through some of that. But it's a journey. It's tough.
It is a journey. You know what? I was on that journey of jump rope today. At the gym, dude. I'm serious. Like, I'm serious, dude. What you're talking about
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
exactly what I was doing at the gym today because I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to do the, like, I'm like, I want to look cool, and jump
Right.
rope like a boxer
Right.
and
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
the, and do the cross
You
thing
can
and do the
you can look
run
up
thing.
stuff on TikTok and see these girls are jump roping. It's crazy what they do.
Yeah, well, listen to this though. I broke it down into what you just said when you're not thinking about it. At the end, when I wasn't thinking about it, I was just like jump, 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 like fucking, you can count up 60, and I'm like, okay, sweet, and it was all smooth. But I was breaking it down into just not even using the rope, just had my hands out like I had a rope in there and jumping up and down, like just
Mm-hmm.
that, and then I
Mm-hmm.
would jump up and down on one foot. Dude, that is actually hard just to jump on your toe like that
Sure.
because you're not supposed
I
to
hear
jump
you.
flat footed and then jump on the other one and then start incorporating like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then try to do the crossover. It is a journey, but I was like, just like anything, breaking it down in its most basic parts. And I'm like, God, grown ass man and little kids could do this better than I could. You know what I mean?
You got to
But
start somewhere.
yeah, so it's still like that with a shot, right? I come back
Right.
here and practice your basics and your fundamentals when you're getting a little loose with everything, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I mean, that's one things I'm trying to get to is like you watch Dean the Machine, you watch. I got the opportunity to watch 220 Inside
Oh,
and
220,
Oz.
man. I just talked to that dude.
Yeah, 220. I was on the table. It was 220. I went to the Hard Rock. I don't know before or after the class or whatever, and I see 220. I knew it was him, and then Oz, and then Dr. Yank was on the end of the table, and just being there around those guys and watching them work, you're learning something because they got a process, they follow it, every time, and you pick up little things like that, how organized and how systematic they are. So
Yeah, you could pick up a lot of things. That's why I feel like watching other people that are doing it, you can pick up uh well, like when we were at that table together in Biloxi, I was watching a couple other people. I was watching Ed, I was watching G Dub, and I was curious because those were the guys getting their bets up, right?
hmm
So
yeah.
in my head, I'm like, how are these guys I'm getting my bets up, but how are they getting their bets up? Because I know we play so different. So I'm looking at that as an opportunity that I'm not really picking their brain, but I'm watching
hmm
how they're running their bets. I feel like a lot of people, like let's say someone, if you're next to me, you can benefit from watching or asking, just
Sure.
asking, how are you getting your bets up there? Or what are you
But
doing? I
don't
know
talk
some,
too much. Don't talk too much.
you and I had a good time though, next to that.
Yeah.
Right? That was
Yeah.
good.
No, it's fine. No, you got to be focused. You don't want to get off track. So,
I'm going to, I want to talk since I put that comment up from Sweet Rolls. I want to, I want to bring this map up here again.
okay.
All right, so this red dot here is Seminole Hard Rock
All right.
Hotel and Casino. That's your main spot,
That's the
right?
main one. There are two other casinos in Florida. There's the one in Hollywood, which we love. Me and Sonny have both played there a few times. I played there on the way back from a cruise,
Where is that?
and
Where is that?
it's near Miami. It's Hollywood, Florida. It's way
Oh,
south.
okay. So fuck shit. Dude,
Way south.
are you
It's a
really going
3-hour
there?
drive.
Okay,
Huh?
you're not going there, really, are
I'm not
you?
going there regularly. I played there like 3 or 4 times. Um,
So
our dog,
you're in St. Petersburg?
no, Sarasota,
You're in
further
where is
south.
Sarasota on this map?
Keep going south from like
Oh, here it
the war.
is.
Yeah,
Nice,
Sarasota.
man.
Yeah,
So how long of is a drive? An hour into Tampa?
probably an hour and 15. We have a lot of traffic around us in Sarasota, but once I can get past that, it's pretty much smooth sailing to get to Tampa, I-75. But
You don't know this, G man. I just ran an advertising campaign for a company in Tampa.
what's the
Actually,
name?
it's like an aesthetics place that opened up in Tampa, in the nice area of Tampa. Like this
Yeah,
is actually.
Tampa's got some nice areas. Yeah,
Oh yeah, man. There's
South
a.
Tampa. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some nice. It was really nice. Okay, so
So
this
there's
is pretty
another.
much the only spot.
Yeah, I played there mostly, but like I have played in Hollywood, and I just want to tell you, there is one other casino. It's in Immokalee,
Where's that?
and it's in the middle of the state. It's in like sugarcane country. They
Oh,
do
cool,
have two.
man.
They do have two tables and 10 ton. These two tables are 16 feet.
Man, what do you mean in
16
the middle of
feet.
the state?
It's like you go like east of Fort Myers, and Immokalee is in there
And
somewhere.
where is that? Kissimmee. I see Kissimmee.
Kissimmee's by Orlando.
Yep.
Kissimmee. It's not Kissimmee. It's
Oh, it's
Kissimmee.
not. Okay, yeah.
That's where people stay when they're going to Disney World. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. All right,
Yeah.
yeah, but listen, if
Yeah.
I'm coming into town, where are you taking me?
Well, if I could, we'd go down to Hollywood, man. That'd be my first inclination. But if it
Really?
wasn't feasible, we would just go to the Hard Rock in Tampa. It's
Well,
dark in there. It's tough in there, man.
what do you mean dark? Dark is
The feel, the
inviting, or
feel, the
dark
feel
is in
that you get.
energy of?
Yeah, it's not great energy in there. It's just like
Oh, this is getting interesting.
it's
I
totally
like it.
you go to Miami
Uh
and it's
huh.
beautiful down there and it's like it's brighter
Yeah.
and it's just totally I've only played there like 3 or 4 times, but it's like night and day. So, but I going 3 hours to
So,
play.
so like Durango has got.
Love it.
I like. Listen, their tables are tough. All of the tables
Yeah.
at Durango now. I've been making a concerted effort to go and play there to really understand their tables. I can get into this with Mr. Pressett, who we have differing opinions on these tables because the table that I made it all at destroyed me when I went back to it. But
Mhm.
that casino to me is very it's because of the glass windows. So Bo doesn't like that casino. He doesn't like it
No.
because of the glass windows. I love it because it lets so
Yeah,
much
I like the bright. I like
openness
yeah.
and
Yeah.
brightness in there. So it doesn't have like dark energy to me. Whereas you're saying Hard Rock has some dark energy,
In
dude.
Tampa. In Tampa.
Man, Sinners.
Tampa.
You see that movie?
No, but I
Oh,
know
you should
Michael B.
watch that
Jordan won
movie,
the
man.
Academy Award for that, right?
Yeah, you should watch that movie, man. There's some energy going on in there, right? So,
But
yeah.
yeah. It's and they don't
How many tables are there?
they have one pit area where there's 6 tables and then one of them is crapless and then they have another little area they have an Elvis piano. It's a gold piano. It's on the other side of the casino and there's 2 tables over there. So they got a total of 8.
Oh, nice, dude.
And the same in Miami, they've got 2 main areas. They got one where there's at least 6 and maybe 4 and then another where there's 3.
Stent says 8 total.
Okay, yeah, 8 total in Tampa. Right. 6 and 2.
And
Right.
these are all 12-foot tables?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah. But that
How often?
Immokalee thing is a joke, man. 16 feet. We walked it. We drove 2+ hours to get there, and I've never seen a 16-foot table. It was like,
Oh, you haven't?
no, it was crazy.
Yeah, those are tough to throw on, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you just have to
So
get in there. You have to get on in there at stick left or stick
yeah,
right.
some lady was throwing from the end on stick right and literally had to run up and throw the dice. She had to run around the corner to throw them because they weren't getting anywhere near the end of the wall. But
Yeah, man.
anyway, we don't need to talk about that place.
So that's how often are you playing then? As far as where you go, like what are your plans as far as playing, G-Man? And
I
actually, let
try
me
to.
ask you this, dude. Actually, since we've played, you sort of like hinted at, not so subtly though, that you're working on your betting and getting your betting. What is it getting at this year? How many? You've been playing 20 over 2 decades, and are you still tentative of a better?
Yeah,
You are.
that's probably a sad case, but yeah, it
Well,
is.
I don't know. I don't know if it's sad or not, but why are you? Like, I mean, is
I
it
don't
a lot?
know.
I feel like a lot of betting comes down to personality types and your
Right.
appetite or your, your how much you're not necessarily afraid or the risk, your risk tolerance
Mm-hmm.
and how much you want to, put out there. You got to make the bets in order to
Well,
bring
yeah,
home
I'm willing to
the
risk
bacon,
things. I
man.
gamble. I gamble regularly. I gamble on sports. I've talked to you about it. I enter Circa, the Survivor contest. I love to gamble, but it's like reaching it's like a cutoff point. So it's breaking barriers. That's
Well, what do you mean a
and
cutoff point, dude? Because
yeah.
and for the people that don't know, you're one of the only people besides Will the Thrill and Sheets and Dice Coach that I talk about the Survivor contest with that I
Hmm.
know that enter it and that play it. So you definitely, and you are into it. You're one of the most into that Survivor that I know, deeply into that. And so, I mean, you know a lot about it. I would say, hey, talk to Gman because you're deep into it. Levels of the Survivor
Yeah.
contest, right?
Well,
I mean, I've
there's,
learned about things
there's
with
one level.
buying
Let's
other.
get to the end, and
Well,
it's
no,
hard
but
to
there's
do.
other
But
levels of buying, then
yeah,
buying into other
selling
tickets, all
off
of that whole thing.
pieces. Yeah,
Yeah.
once you get deeper in the contest, you can hedge out a
Okay.
profit, and guys do.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
given that, like, what makes you so tentative? That to me, that personality, the Survivor's expensive. So
Mhm. But once it's
how did?
gone, it's like it's out of pocket. It's like $1,000 per entry. Once I've done that, then it's like I'm not, I don't know, I'm not dealing with how much what I'm putting out. It's kind of like out the door. But
So why won't you bet $15 extra on the bonus?
I'm going to.
No, but I'm just saying why. Like why? Like is it like, oh, I
It's
don't
been
want to lose
tentative.
this?
Yeah, probably
Is it
some of that.
is it I don't want to lose this, or is this is a dumb bet,
No,
or
it's not. This is a dumb bet because I'm willing to bet it. But it's more of, I don't want to lose, or my bankroll is I'm afraid of my being running through my bankroll too quickly.
well then,
Meanwhile, I'm not winning a lot or as much either.
but then can't you just like instead of like rationalize it differently in your head? Like that 15 extra dollars, can't you then say, well, I'm just going to use this 15 that I would normally? What's your normal art? Like when you're at a table, what's your normal? Like if you're shooting, let's say like we go, what are you going to be? What are you
I'm
going to be
starting low,
betting?
man. I'm
Well,
starting
I don't
low.
care. Are you going across or are you betting inside?
I tend not to do that anymore because a lot of
So
times
what do
as soon
you
as I
do?
bet across, I get sevened out. A lot of times it's inside betting, sixes and eights, maybe the inside.
Okay,
Um,
well,
you
how
know,
much?
30,
No, no, 30 inside?
30 each.
Okay, dude, okay, 30 each.
Yeah, but
Okay, so that's more than 110 inside. I mean,
no,
are you
well, no, it's 30 on the 6 and 8, 25
okay?
on the 5 and
So
9. So
literally 110 inside, pretty much.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking
But
of which,
I'm so afraid of being knocked off. It's like how often can I do this?
what the hell are you
It's
talking about, G man? Why are you afraid? If you're shooting, I mean, it's
we need
good
to,
to be afraid. It's
I
good to
know,
be
but
afraid.
I've
Everyone
seen
should
so
be,
many PSOs. It's like, oh, come on, really.
but we
So
all have. But that doesn't
yeah,
mean that you're gonna do it, and then you gotta just like take the risk. But you know what? I
right.
reminded myself of this. You know what? We're gonna 110 inside. Okay. That's how much it costs. Bear with me, G
For
man.
Patreon.
Yeah, I got to do the Patreon.
There
I
you
got to
go.
do the,
Here's your like and subscribe and buy Patreon. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like and subscribe. So for the Patreon subscription to support the show, it's more of a, you know what? We appreciate this. We really do. I appreciate it. The effort. I just appreciate it so much. But 110 inside for a year of Casino Tears, 2 seasons now. We're on our third, 106 episodes. The Patreon shows are getting more focused for Patreon, which I think is awesome. So it's going to be less for the freebies. I'm going to cut these episodes down to like 15 minutes for the free version. Then it's all Patreon. It's like because
Mhm.
I think the Patreon people deserve it. It's just a sign of respect for them, and I appreciate it. But 110 inside, G man. Your pass line bet is how much? How much is your pass line bet?
Well, a lot of times I've been playing with a quarter now, but yeah,
Oh,
it can
dude,
be
what the
15.
hell, man? You're
Yeah.
stepping it up. Okay,
Yeah.
110.
Yeah.
You're already at 135. You've already,
135. That's the
dude, you've
Patreon.
already paid for Patreon the entire
Right.
year, plus
Right.
$3 that you could put on a hard way,
Put on a
some
hard
wasted and some prop action. Okay, there you go. That's Patreon for the entire year. All right.
mhm.
What you
Okay.
just did. That's not that bad. How many people spew that out? I'm going to commercial. I made a new commercial or ETG did. All right. I don't know if
Okay.
you saw the other ones. Did you see the other ones?
I think I have, but
No, here's a new
I'm
one.
ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Here's a new one. You ready for it?
Let's go. Yeah, that's nice.
Dude, do you know that's like a thing? There's like,
Yeah.
that's like a,
The
I don't know.
animals. Yeah. Yeah. The
Oh,
dogs.
that's a viral. Listen, look at this. There's a new G-Man. There's a new merch we got in. It's like a vintage black kind of a gray with the stacked
Oh,
logo, long
beautiful.
sleeve, fully stocked, dude. Fully
Beautiful.
stocked
I
as
know
far
when
as
I
that
ordered
goes.
mine, when I ordered this shirt, it said he had 4 in stock. So
Yeah, I know. I know, but
I
they
got
take
one.
a minute. Oh, dude, and then we
Yeah.
got these
Yeah.
things. I like ETG's just handed me these. We got the
Yeah.
trackers.
Yeah. Here, I've got the tracker right here. Here you go.
Hell yeah.
There
ETG
it
just
is.
bringing out. Those things are nice. Isn't that paper
Yes,
quality
it is
nice,
nice.
man?
It's great. It's great. The problem is it's hard to do that when you're by yourself at the table, but
No shit, dude.
it's
And
it's
then,
pretty tough.
man, ETG is now working for that raise. He's just bringing me merch now to show. After sitting there doing whatever. Camo hat. This is my favorite
Nice.
hat, by the way. And then we've got this is more of the
Hmm.
Ed deep south in the brush.
In the deer stand.
Yeah, exactly. And then, dude, ETG just coming up with the merch, man. And then this is another zip hoodie,
Oh,
dude. See,
I saw
these
you
things,
with that on. I think I
dude,
saw
these
you
things are
wearing
going to
that.
be great for playing poker with.
Mm,
Really.
mm.
That's where the value is going to come into it. But did you see the original? I'm going to end this little commercial break with the original commercial.
I
Okay?
have seen the original.
Yeah, that is just touching.
That's beautiful. I'm
It
ready to
is.
support the show, but I already support it. So
Yeah, you already support it, man. Okay. But it is touching. It does bring a tear to my eye. And then,
right.
all right, man. So, where were we, man?
I
I,
don't know. You were asking me why do you bet like that? So
oh, yeah. So, why
yeah.
do you bet? How you bet? Why
I
are
don't
you?
have a reason other than I've been too tight with my
But
unwilling to believe in myself and just let it roll. Let it go.
sort of like an oxymoron, though. Like you're going to the casino to bet, but
Right.
then you're a little afraid to bet. It's
Yeah.
like a
That's
jumbo shrimp. You know, I mean, like a jumbo
that
and
it
then a
is.
shrimp, and they're two words that
Yeah.
don't make any sense, right?
Like semi-boneless chicken. So
Yeah, I guess so.
yeah.
So, but what is it? Because you saw me when I came in. I remember I came in there with an attitude, right? At the crapless at where was that? IP? Where the hell were we?
Yeah, when you were gonna buy, you were putting the 500 out
IP?
there. Yeah, it was IP. You mean Dice Coach? Ed was on the other side. It
Yeah,
was
and remember what
after
I said?
class.
I said to Bo, watch watch me make this work.
Right.
You have to, but I turn that quickly into in whatever one roll into $1,000 profit. But
Hmm.
the attitude is, or the mentality was, gee, man, yeah, I was like, you got to put your money out there in order to make money. So at
Right.
some point, whether or not maybe a slow bleed, I think kills everyone. I think the
That's
slow
my
bleed,
normal process.
and
Is a slow bleed.
that's
So,
part of that slow bleed. I've been guilty of the slow bleed because I've been, oh, I don't want to lose it, right? You're
mhm.
struggling with the, I don't want to lose it so quick. It's in your best interest to like, I'd rather sometimes lose it quick and because I'll make more money that way. It's just tough to balance the, I want to make it last, but then your bets are coming in. It's such a slow bleed. At some point, it needs to, like, you have to get those bets up there. You might as well
Yeah.
do it on yourself and go big on yourself. And then you can make more sense of that by not betting on other people. So your
Right.
overall bankroll spend, you allocate the funds more for yourself and maybe a lot less to the point now where maybe you don't bet on anyone else.
But normally the problem is a lot of times we'll get the dice and then we won't be able to get them for another hour. It takes a long time for the dice to get around the table. Most recently, that wasn't the case, but playing there, and that's tough when if you have a short roll, You're ready to go hard on yourself. You have a short roll and you're done with the, your PSO or your PS, a couple rolls and you're done. And then you got to wait the whole time again to get the dice. Unlike, like when you like to play at, midnight and you can just keep making
Yeah.
adjustments and saying, I'm going to take care of this. It's different, but
G man, it's like what G Dub says. Gas is on the right, dude. Sometimes you just gotta put them out there, dude. And if your
well,
nuts get
he's
cut
the
off,
epitome of a guy who's all gas and no brake. But that's what, I'm pushing myself to listen to you guys, to be around you, to be influenced by you, to adjust my behaviors. So it's
well,
like
G man,
you know,
you just it's tough to do this. Like I've always tried to play and bet so pretty and so perfect. And it's like, it's really tough to play a clean game of craps. At some point, it gets ugly, and an ugly, like
uh-huh.
you have to just get in there and mix it up. There's no sort of just you can tiptoe in, but at some point you got to start throwing some punches. And this is the only way
Mhm.
you saw it. You saw when you were next to me
Sure.
every time how much money I was bringing in. But that starts from in here over
Right.
everything else. It really does. It's the mentality of like, okay, is the shooter, it's okay, like Ed shooting. All right, good. You got enough confidence in someone else. Whereas I made a lot of money on that random shooter, but the minute we
Right.
saw that it was going well, you gotta, just like G Dub says, gas is on the right, dude. You just sometimes I feel like with like that, the wait is too long. You can't just keep waiting until it's
Mhm.
like, is it safe? Is it safe? Is it safe? Remember
Right.
that movie? If you remember that movie,
What movie
I
is
think
that?
the guy where the dentist, man, he says, is it safe? Man, I want if that chat knows this movie,
Hmm.
I'd be
I
surprised.
know you like that dentistry stuff because you got the tools.
Yeah, dude, that's great, man. Doctor Giggles. But is it safe? All right. It was,
Okay. Uh,
oh man, I could if I give this away, this movie was great. It was set, I believe, in New York City, and there was a dentist, and
huh.
he kept telling the main guy, is it safe? Is it safe? Is it safe? And
Okay.
Dustin Hoffman was the main character.
Hmm. Don't know that one.
You want me to tell you? No one in chat's gonna get this.
I'm
It's
dying to
called
know.
Running Man. I think it's called Running Man. I don't know actually. Hey, Google Running Man. Dustin Hoffman
I know
and
of
Laurence
Running Man.
Olivier.
Yeah, I know of
He
Running
was
Man.
like
I
he
know
was like a Nazi
that's in the
Nazi
70s.
doctor.
Yeah, that's in the 70s. I never saw Running Man though.
Oh, Marathon Man.
Oh, I know of
Not
that too.
Running Man was with Arnold
Sylvester,
Arnold.
yeah, Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger was Running Man.
That was
Yeah.
a good movie too, man.
Yeah, I
But
didn't.
Marathon Man was awesome. You should watch that. He's literally kept saying, "Is it safe?" Like wanting them to tell the truth, like where this buried whatever is it safe? And
Mhm.
he was literally with those dental tools, like drilling into his teeth. You got to watch this, man. It's
I'm
like
going to.
it's traumatic. But either way, dude, there is no is it safe. You can't do
Right.
that. You just got to go for it, dude. You might as well go for it on yourself. Go for it on yourself. Oh, look at this, man. Mudslide says you have to detach yourself from the money you brought to the casino, put it on the table, dude, and it's so true. Find the right spots, G man. At some point, 20 years, you just got to go, I'm going for it. And then I did this in poker too.
Right.
You can't just keep waiting. It's never going to be the right time. And by the time you think it's the right time, you're too late. You just got to go for it. That's like, I'm going to bet the ATS for 10, 10, 10. And now rationalize it in your head. Okay, I'm not going to make a $10 bet somewhere else or 15 bucks.
Well, this probably started from me starting with the 5 count 10 ton. When you're starting with the 5 count, you're
Oh, dude,
waiting.
this
You're
is not,
waiting. You're waiting.
I keep making this mistake. This is Mr. Yo 11. I don't know why always think this mudslide. Mr. Yo 11, I apologize. But
Okay.
what you said is correct.
Yeah.
Is that you
Gotcha.
do have to detach yourself from the money. Maybe you're too attached to it, man.
Hmm.
Kiss it goodbye when you
All this makes a lot of sense.
I know, but like I feel like it's not. I feel like it
No, it
has to
is. It is.
you just
The
attach
next time
yourself
I'm
with the
out in
money.
the next time I'm out in Vegas, we get a chance to play together, you'll see. So, and
But
I
G
plan on
man,
being
when
out
I
there a
showed
couple
up
more
at that
times.
crapless table, I had already, it was just $500. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
putting
go
this
for it
all to work. Yeah, I
because I
know.
have to on a crap list. The only way. And then all of a sudden you see boom, boom, and then all of a sudden get it up to 100, and then I made my money back. And then once I made the money back on that
Then
one hit
it's
on the 12,
spread out.
it was like, let's just press, press, press.
Right.
Thanks for the accepting my apologies, Mister Yo, Mister Yo 11. Yeah, I called him mudslide, man.
Oh
I don't
well,
know, man.
you got a
That's a
lot going on.
compliment though, being called mudslide. Guy's a good dude. Um,
Sure.
G-Man, you just got to go, okay, this money's gone. I've already lost it. And then it's liberating once you cross that threshold of not caring about. Do
No,
you
all
collect?
this, all
Do you
this is
how do you run your
pounded the
presses,
nail.
dude? How do you
What?
run your press? Okay, you're 110
Well,
inside,
yeah.
6 hits.
I go to, I go to 42.
Oh, okay, so you're in that
I'm
whole
working with Ed's press
heavy ed
books.
coaching
Yeah,
tree.
yeah. I
Okay.
like those. So
Yeah, I know a lot of people do. It's solid.
yeah,
There's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to wait. Why just go right up to 60? Why don't you just go right up to 60?
it makes sense.
I mean,
I mean,
well, either makes sense. It's just
I
one
know.
is like, oh, I just took back, how much money did I put back in the rack? Fuck it, man. You want to get for
I,
that second hit, you get 70
you're,
bucks.
you're,
Then
you're,
you can regress down, you know?
you've made your point 10 times.
I try to make my point all the time, but maybe just forget them that the money's
No,
it's
it's
gone.
good.
Pretend it's
It's good.
gone and just go for it, dude.
That's why, I've been involved in all these things is to keep pushing myself to get past whatever, you know, challenges I'm dealing with, whether it's tossing, betting, whatever. It's like I continue just to like, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep working at it. And I'm not gonna wait till it's too late either. So
No,
um
it's never too late. G-Man,
yeah.
it's never too late, dude. It is never too
No.
late. Plus, you're a really good shot. So why
I know I have shot well. I mean, I've had
Dynamite
many a
should
good
just be
shot.
like,
Yeah,
go for it.
yeah. Yeah, many a good shot. So it's like, um, believe in yourself and let it go. So
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like, see, do you not believe in yourself?
I've had problems with self-doubt before 10 ton, but it's
Oh,
something,
really?
as
You're
we all have
armed
our
with a
little
lot of you're armed with a
demons.
lot of knowledge though, and you've been
I know
influenced by
that's
a lot
one
of good
thing.
people,
Yeah.
and you play the game right. You know what you're doing, dude. You have
Yeah.
all of the fundamentals intact.
Yeah.
Why the hell won't you just like, why don't you go, you know
Put it
what?
into place. Put it to
I'm going to
work.
take I'm going to pretend I'm going to double everything and then just pretend I PSO'd on the next roll. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? You can
Uh-huh.
then just take that money and use
Right.
that and start bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you can start 220 inside and pretend like in the future, I already know I'm going to PSO. So
Mm-hmm.
now you're using 220 inside. And then all of a sudden, if you just say, and not going to take a little crumb, I'm only going to take something big. And then you
Right.
can full press,
Right.
and then you're only allowed to take, like, why don't you just conduct it as a game? I'm only allowed to
Uh-huh.
take after a full press. I'm not allowed to do the little crumb takes,
This is all good stuff that I'm going to put into practice. But it's like when I got Oz's message about he got his 5 to 750 or his 9 to 750. I was playing with Sonny at the casino. He threw 9 9s, but
Nine,
yeah, nine
nine,
nine nine
nine.
nines. He threw 9 9s, but his press was like he got it up to like 300, but I was just playing it over in my mind. How can you get to 750 like Oz did? And you could start with 75 and get there in like 3 or 4 hits.
You can
So
get to a lot of places pretty fast
right.
if
If
you
you're not
just
taking back much, if you just keep
do you say
pressing mostly.
do you like I would be almost obsessive compulsive about how I would run my presses. Like
Hmm.
I distinctly remember there was like there was a steam room here, and I was always like going into the steam room just to like think about like craps numbers, right? And I would go, how fast can I get to table max at 4 and 10? I remember doing this, and I'm like, okay, what's really legitimate? What am I comfortable with? Am I comfortable starting at I'm gonna start at 100? Okay, so, and then I kept running it over and over, and before I knew it, like 30 minutes was gone. Like the timer was up in that thing. And the whole entire time it was, okay, first hit, 300. I'm going to then throw him 100. I'm going to power press right there. Right. So now I'm at a, so first hit, I go to 300. Now my second hit, okay, it's tough to hit it twice.
Yeah.
That's going to pay. Now I'm going to look at 900. Now I'm going to go to 1,000. I'm going to power press it right there on my second hit. Okay, then that decision, though, when it gets into reality, is a whole nother ballgame. It's easier in a steam room thinking about it. But when you're facing that, which happens to me often, looking at that, I've power pressed it to 1,000, and then you're like, fuck. Now, and that's only 2 hits. The next hit.
Right, 2 hits.
The next hit, you're at 3,000, dude. It's just like being down at the 100 level. Now you're,
but you're
at
not
3,
taking much money back.
I haven't taken
3,
shit back, dude.
You haven't taken anything back.
I've actually invested.
No, you've actually invested more. Yeah.
I've invested. I'm in it for $200 with what plus whatever vig. But then guess what? On that fourth hit, 4 hits.
Boom.
I now will have taken 4,000 in my rack. I'll be at table max, and my 5th hit, I'll be going for 10,000. Wow. Right? In 4 hits. But in 3 hits, dude, on that, starting with 100 investment, you could be pulling down, well, you would have power pressed it, but you could be pulling down 3,000. If you take it all, you could actually pull down 4,000. No, 3,000. And down, I mean, just on that, 2 hits, you can pull down 800. You could pull down 900 total. But geez, dude, why not? Right?
Why not? Yeah.
I think it's a question of like, you just need to think about it. I would practice it on my table. I would literally practice with the chips so it's not so foreign to me when I would make these bets, and maybe desensitize yourself. Like, I don't know, like spiders, or what are you afraid of, dude? Are you afraid of stuff? I'm afraid of, I used to be afraid of spiders. I'm afraid of water, heights, all that shit.
Yeah. I don't, well, I got those too, but not spiders. But yeah, no,
afraid of the power press.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna incorporate these things into my arsenal. So I'm gonna work on this.
It's not necessarily
I'll report back to you.
But it's not even incorporating, dude. It's just trying it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's just trying it.
Right. I'm going to. So,
well, but I mean, hey,
I can say it, but we'll see.
It's your money. Don't blame me, right?
Well, I gotta keep 132 out for the Patreon, so you know.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, by the way, though, but Gman, for anyone in chat, Gman, you were the first person to win the
James A.
The James A challenge. Right. I don't know how much did you end up winning.
You threw an easy 10. So you asked me what, I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I split it.
How do we split the 10? I think we put 50 on each one.
Yep.
I think I put 50 on each one. So you threw an easy 10.
Yep.
So we won that. The hard 10 came down, but then you threw another 10. I won on that again. So
yeah.
And you hit it, and then you promptly left your spot and walked the chip over to me. Because you were on stick right 1 and I was on stick left.
Yep.
When you left your spot, you walked over to chips. There you go.
Yep.
That was all good.
Paid you right then. Not enough people asked me to do that challenge. They forget about it.
Well, when you're in Biloxi, you owe Big Al one, man. Because we were out in Vegas and you were going through those back issues, which was, you were in such pain. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That was at Palms.
Yeah, you were at the Palms.
I was in a lot of pain. I could not.
You never shot. You were in a lot of pain.
No.
You were with.
I was 1 ton.
With 1 ton, and yeah, you never shot. You were just kind of mulling around. Mad Hatter was there, and
shout out Mad Hatter.
You watched me You watched me get the dice, and I'm like, oh, 10 tons here. I want to shoot well, and I promptly like PSO, and you're like, It happens to everybody, dude. And meanwhile I was thinking, yeah, but this sucks. And then you left, and that's when things got big. So, it happened.
Well, do you have FOMO?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
I
do.
don't.
FOMO or FOMO, fear of messing up. But, it's
Oh,
just,
yeah, you
yeah,
shouldn't be afraid of messing up at this point.
yeah,
You've been playing like, I mean, G-Man,
yeah.
you're a veteran player. I'm more
Right.
surprised that you have not like really like pushed yourself
Mm-hmm.
to get to actually win more money because you've got all the you should be
Tools.
winning more money.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
this year, in the last year and a half, like since, I
dude, you
Casino
owe it
Tears
to
has happened,
yourself, dude.
I've had
You owe
bigger
it to
wins.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you owe it to yourself to actually like put money on yourself. You've invested a lot of time into
Sure.
this and I mean, I bet on you. I made some money on you. It
Right.
was awesome. Ed
Yeah.
made
It's
some
fun.
money on you. Like, there's a lot of good shooters that are going to bet on you because, you're a student of the game. You've been practicing it for this amount of time. You know what you're doing. Now it's just getting out of your head and just doing it.
Hmm.
You deserve for yourself to actually, shit, man, we're not getting younger.
Right there, buddy.
I mean,
Right
just
there.
do it, dude. Remember, think about it as like this, as I'm going to PSO my next two shots. So I'm going to take that $220 and I'm going to use it all on this roll. And
Hmm.
now I've got $330 or something to bet on this roll.
Right.
You might want to maybe think about that. It's all rationalization.
It sounds good. I mean, I'd like to, I'm gonna play around with it. Yeah. And
Yeah, man.
push the barriers. So, but yeah,
So,
it's all good, man. I appreciate all the stuff that you guys bring up and make us think about each week. There's certain topics, we wouldn't have thought about it unless you brought them up.
oh
So
man, I
it's
can't
good
wait.
stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to to really I'm excited about this season because of what's going on with Patreon and
Hmm.
having these discussions really getting to the meat of the matter with Ed. I like having these discussions because Ed and I come from I like seeing where we overlap and where we don't.
Yeah, you guys complement each other because you have differences. So you're
Yeah.
definitely not the same, and
So
you add a lot to everybody that listens to the
yeah,
show can get a lot out of it.
oh, thanks, man. I
Yeah, it's
appreciate
great.
that. We're gonna bring the people together, man.
Hmm.
All
But
right.
I just have to say, your enthusiasm for craps is, um, it's 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 catchy. It's like your enthusiasm for the game and for bringing people together. It
Checks in the
it
mail.
No, but
Checks in the mail,
I can
G-Man.
just say from personally,
Free
like
shirt.
even when I've talked to you just for a few minutes and I get off the phone, it's like I'm juiced up because
Let's go
you
hit
are
the
enthusiastic.
ATS for
Yeah,
forty thousand dollars.
you are enthusiastic about, whatever it is. Your enthusiasm comes through all the time, and that's just it's it's really something that it's a great quality that you have. So
Well, thanks, man. I'm gonna break out the tissues. You're bringing a tear to my eye,
no,
man.
but
I got some
no, it's
tissues
not
right
that
here too.
I'm giving you gave me one of those early on, these tissue things. I love it. So
No, but
you were
I
passing
appreciate
those out. I remember you passing that out. Here's some
I
tissues.
appreciate it, man. It's like we gotta spread. That's why I think like Dice Degen is important to the game because he's younger. He's
Sure,
one of
he's
the
young.
younger
Yeah, the
players,
young
man. Get
crowd.
these
Yeah,
guys in here,
right. Because we
I
don't want this
gotta
game to die off. I mean, it seems like a lot of times, they're going to
oh.
electronic games. Like just yesterday,
You want
they opened up Cadence Crossing.
oh, is that a
And
horror movie? What is that?
no, it's a new casino in your
Oh
town.
yeah, that's right. That's over in Henderson.
Yeah, and there's no table games.
Yeah.
No table games, which is like what the D did. Not the D, the Golden Gate. The Golden Gate took out
Yeah.
all the table games and all this electronic stuff.
You want to
But
you want to
we don't want
so
that.
G, so G-Man, you want to do you know two seam?
I do not.
You don't know two seam?
I don't think so.
And how have you guys not met, man? I'm gonna bring this guy in because you're gonna be Ed, okay? Because I was gonna have Ed on, but he's at the undisclosed location right now. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
he was gonna be on here, so I'm gonna bring in Two Seam, dude. All right.
Okay.
Dude. All right, hold on a second. Two Seam.
Two Seam.
How are you? Hi, Gman.
Man, what a pleasure. Two Seam is joining us from California. So you're on my time.
Yeah, Sacramento
Do
area.
you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him. Can you hear him?
No. What do I need to do?
Oh my God.
What do I need to do?
Hey, ETG, why can't Gman hear?
Why can't I hear him? What do I need to do? I
don't know, man. You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you. I can't hear him.
Well,
translate.
Try to say something.
Let's see.
Listen, Gman.
What about now?
Try now.
Let's see. Anything now?
I mean, we could hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you,
No, I
Gman.
can't hear him.
All right, listen.
Whatever.
Gman, partying is such sweet
Good
sorrow.
talking. Good talking, man.
You're out of here, man. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna run that little. I'm gonna run that little thing. I don't know if you saw that for Tampa that I made.
Yeah, I did see it.
As your outro. Like
Buccaneers, baby.
Yeah. All right. Listen to Gman. Thanks for
Thank you.
Thanks for everything. It was nice, man.
Loved all the advice and the counsel, and appreciate everything you do, 10 Ton.
Yeah, man. That was a therapy session.
Gotcha.
We'll get the butts up there. All right. All right. See you,
Awesome,
G-Man.
man. Take
Say
it
hi
easy
to the crew. Later,
Will
dude.
do. Adios.
Later. Two Seam.
Hey, 10 Ton.
What's happening, dude?
Well, we're just practicing up, getting ready for my next session. Whenever that's going to happen.
What is the next session? And we were gonna have Ed on. I was gonna have you come on the show because you had a little
had a few experiences. Yes.
Yeah, because you had some more stories that we didn't touch on from when you were out here that you were like, hey, I need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Or I need to add some clarity to this, right?
Right. So, so we were at the Dice Experience, right? Back in, about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we had the session. It was okay. I mean, I had one nice roll in there. I had a 28 roller, that Saturday, and that was good. But there weren't that many good rolls. So it was, not a great night, but had fun. So, Sunday you were doing a class.
Yeah.
And I went out with Jaybird and with Huggy Bear.
Yep.
We just started hitting different places.
And this was at Link, right?
So we hit 3 places that day. But let me see. The first one, can't remember the order now. We went to the Cromwell because Ed said, hey, the tables at Cromwell were nice. So we went out there to play. So, okay. So we went out and, this is what happened at the Cromwell.
Okay.
Jaybird is sitting at stick right 1. Huggy Bear's sitting at stick left 1, and I'm straight out stick right. And I get the dice. Maybe the first time I get the dice. Maybe could have been the second time. And I put I get the bowl, right, gets pushed to me and dumped. And while I get the bowl, all the dice have 5s on them, right? So I look at it, I said, I just yelled out Yahtzee, right?
So you got the bowl and there were 5 5s facing you?
Yes, 5
Did
5.
You bet the hard 10?
And then what happened? So I say Yahtzee. Jaybird sees that the 5 5s there, what I was reacting to, Jaybird kind of casually says, somebody needs to bet the hard 10.
No shit.
I don't do it. Jaybird doesn't do it. But Huggy Bear was sitting on the other side, Dick left, says, what the hell? And he throws a $5 chip on the hard 10. Okay?
Nice, man. Yeah, I would do easily. That's cool.
I throw the dice, hard 10.
No way.
So
I say no way, but it doesn't surprise me.
Well, okay.
That
so
was your first toss?
that was my first toss.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got 5 fives
Dumped in the bowl.
and you don't bet it.
I don't bet it.
Huggy Bear bets it.
Huggy
And
Bear,
then you throw a hard 10?
yes.
Nice.
I throw a hard 10. Okay, great. I mean, that's a great hit, right? So
Yeah.
I think he put like $5 in it. But what's 30 to 1, right? So we got a nice little hit from it. So what does Huggy Bear do next? He presses his hop bet, right? So I think he pressed it to 10, right? What the
Okay.
hell?
So he hopped it?
He
Or-
pressed the hop
Okay, wow. Ballsy. I
for
like it.
$10, right?
Yeah.
I throw the dice, hard 10.
N-
10s
Two
in a row.
hard 10s in a row?
Yes, 2 hard 10s in a row. Huggy Bear gets paid off again. And
Okay.
this time, this gets to get pretty exciting, right? So he gets paid again. This time he threw an extra. So after he did that, collected, and Jaybird and I are just watching this and going, holy cow,
Did
how
Jaybird bet it?
no.
Oh
He and
my
I were
God,
watching.
you guys watching the world go by.
It's just the way it was. So then Huggy Bear then popped the hard 10 a third time.
Nice, Huggy Bear. But capitalizing on what the world was giving you.
Yes. He put a $5 bet in for me.
Oh, that was nice of him, man. That was nice. That's nice.
He put hard 5, and then he also put something in for the dealers. I don't know how much it was. Maybe it was another 5. So there we go. I get the dice again a third time. Throw the
Mhm.
dice a third time. Hard 10.
No way, dude. No way.
3 hard 10s in a row.
Oh my God, dude. 3 hard 10s in a row.
And on a
My God.
hard way up pressing, right?
3 hard 10s in a row. And you and Jaybird are pretty much just
Watching
fucking-
it. 5.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What the?
Yeah, right.
Huggy Bear, man. Nice. Huggy Bear. Just
Well,
going
okay,
with it.
so let me tell you the rest of that story.
Going with
Huggy Bear is a big guy, right?
Big personality, big guy. Yeah, it's quite soft spoken dude, actually. Huggy Bear.
Soft spoken dude, but he's a big guy, right? And
Huggy Bear.
when that third hard 10 hit and he had collected it again, he jumped up and down and his eyes popped open. And next thing I know, he comes running across the table to give me a Huggy Bear hug.
Nice, man. What's that like, dude? Did he crush some bones?
I thought it was a Detroit Lion offensive lineman coming around on a power sweep.
Yeah.
But he it was fun. He gave me a nice huge hug, and I collected $150 and $5 that he put down for me, and then I
could understand missing the first one.
Yes.
And I could maybe find a way to understand missing the second one, but not the third one. I mean,
that's hard. It's hard to, it's like in the moment thinking about it, right?
Were you throwing a certain set then? If you threw you were presented with all the 5s. How did you set your dice? Did you set the dice with a hard way set with the 5s up?
No, I had set. I've been throwing a 3V.
Okay.
With the threes on top, from straight out, and I had been doing pretty well with that, and I just happened to roll those 5-5s, the hard 10 3 times in a row with that set. And dice get a little more when you throw them from straight out, right? I mean, I was consistent, throwing the dice, and I felt like I was repeating my toss pretty well.
Yeah.
But the fact that I hit those 3 hard 10s in a row was pretty amazing. I've only done that once before, throwing 3 hard ways in a row.
What was the hard way?
A couple of years ago, I rolled 3 hard 12s in a row. 3.
Oh, so 3 midnights? Man, that's even tougher to do.
I know, and the same thing happened 10 ton. And this was back in Tahoe about 2 or 3 years ago. A guy put $1 bet on the midnight. He pressed the midnight, parlayed the midnight. Yeah. I threw the second midnight, and then he bet like 300 on the third midnight. I threw it, and next thing I know, I heard the pitman go, "Oh shit!" And some people came over and they escorted him to the cashier, and I never saw him again.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, yeah, you had a great week. You were probably the biggest winner of the entire weekend. I think the most consistent winner out of everyone. You seem to have like a lot of hot rolls.
I did. I was I probably came. I hit the ATS. Well, I hit the ATS once, and that's a different story.
So, well, actually, speaking of the ATS, since Gman, what do you play the ATS for? When on your roll?
Gman, what do you mean?
Yeah. So I was speaking to Gman earlier about him playing the ATS. What are you?
I've been playing the 10-10-10.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, 10-10-10, and then 35 and on the pass line, and then 5 on the anti-craps. That
is beautiful. That triangle is beautiful. 35 on the pass line. So when if a 2, 3, or 12 hits, you're going to make 35 off of that $5 C, right?
Yeah.
So that gets replaced. 7, your 30 comes down. On the 7 hits, you make 35, which then is a perfect hedge for your ATS, which comes down, and your $5 craps. It's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful, like, rinse and repeat triangle for just to set yourself up to at least keep that ATS up there. And so were you a little nervous about when you first went to a $35 pass line bet?
No, because it was all hedged out. I mean, it didn't. Yeah. Right, and I've been wanting to push my game up, right? Breaking into green chips, and then eventually I'd like to push into the black chips.
How hard has it been for you to actually like to get those bets up there? At what level? I mean, it's a mental thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a mental thing, and it comes with practice and developing some confidence. Yeah. Right. So now I think after all the training and practice that I've been doing, I feel like I'm going to have a good chance that I'm going to roll at least 10, and I'm going to make at least 1 point, and I'm going to hit a 6 or an 8 at least once. Right. So, when I look back at my rolls, that's what I tend to do. And then every once in a while, I'll throw something a little longer. And yeah. So my average roll is inching up, and so I'm not as concerned about TSO and out in 3, and then in $100 3-4 times in a row. So
that's good. So did you because I actually bet you when you weren't betting as much in the beginning. So was that was definitely a conscious decision to, I'm going to start I'm going to start getting my bets up, or why were you, I need to get my bets up because I want to win money, or were you like, I'm sick of having these rolls and not really winning any money?
It was a little bit of, hey, I'm rolling great because I put the time in, I put the practice in, I've worked on the DI experiences, right? And I've seen the game improving, and I'm making $200 or $300 on a $15 table, right? And it's like, I felt like I could do better, right? And it was just kind of like winning and winning and winning. I mean, I've had a lot more winning sessions than I had losing sessions, and with that consistency that I was seeing in my toss, it gave me the confidence to just, okay, let's try this at green level. And so now, I'm doing the 2-ton takedown, and I'm starting either at, I'm starting at higher amounts, right? Because
So the 2-hit takedown, when are you doing that?
So I mean, so I'll get the dice when I'm throwing it, and I'll throw the 6 and the 8 out there for 30, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll go to 60, and then if that hits at 70, so that's a net 100, and then I'll take it down.
Yeah, nice.
Sometimes I'll do a power press. I'll be 30, and I'll win to 60, but then I'll press it up a quarter. So
really?
Yeah, so I'll go from 30 right to 90.
Yeah.
And if I feel comfortable that I can get a second hit on that 6 or a second hit on that 8, so I'll take 105 plus 35, so I'll net 140 on that. Yeah. So power press in a quarter on either the 5 or 9 or the 6 or 8, depending on what I'm throwing.
Why don't you just start at 60 then? If you're going to power press up 25, then why don't you just start at 60?
I may want.
I mean, that's a $5 difference, but you're almost like, I feel like it's a little too after the fact. If you know you're going to power press 25, why wouldn't you just bet at throw in the extra 5? It'd be more advantageous for you to not make that investment then, if you're going to make that investment at that moment. I mean, that's just a thought.
Yeah, no, it's a good observation. I mean, if I was going to risk it anyway, might as well risk it on the first one as well as the second one. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then you're 60, pay 70, you might as well just go right up to 120.
Yeah.
Or you can then, or if you wanted to then, I mean, if you wanted to then invest in power press, you could throw in 20 and then be at 150. I mean, that's always another option. I mean, right? I mean, your first hit, you could then be at 130. So, I mean, you might as well throw in 20 and go to 150. And then, I mean, that would be a big score on your second hit, because you'd be taking 175 hit off that. And you can regress that whole thing down to whatever, 30.
Yeah, 30.
That's a couple $100 back.
Right. I mean, if I feel really comfortable that I can hit 2 6s or 2 8s in my toss, which I've been doing a lot.
Yeah.
Lately, then I mean to take down a couple $100, $200-300, right?
Yeah.
Golf is really nice, right? Then I kind of put that away, make it my guarantee, and then I like to get more aggressive with with some excess.
Yeah. So Gman and I had this, we were talking about that. That's always interesting. It's always struck me how Gman has been very hesitant to increase his bets, given his skill level is way up there and his experience. So I find it it's interesting that you've really been like studying and playing, and then all of a sudden you're just like, well, that you are aggressively making the move to jump up a level in betting with an eye on going farther from green chips to black chips, which is actually really cool, man. I mean, I really think you have to think about these things before you do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, because I've been having a winning streak, my bankroll has been growing. right? So if I'm just betting 10% of my bankroll, right, 15% of my bankroll, and bringing that to the party, right? So now I'm bringing 1,500, 2,000. I'm that makes it all the more right. I've got this plan. I know that I'm not going to blow all my money. If I have a bad session, but at the same time, I know that if I'm bringing 2,000 to buy in, that I can afford to play this way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, I think that's really, yeah, that's good. And you are on a nice winning streak. You've been consistently winning ever since for a while.
Yeah. No, I have, and it's been a combination of my own practice, learning from you and from Bo and Ed, right? And really honing my shot and picking up, because most of the money that I'm winning has been on my shot. And
so you're betting and so are you betting a lot on yourself? I mean, on other people, or and specifically the ATS? Are you just passing it up? Because I do it. I tend to now not even bet on other people.
So I was betting the ATS with Jaybird and with Huggy most of the time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I wanted to support them, and I've seen Huggy hit it, and I've seen Jaybird hit it, right? So it's like, okay, let's go, right? We're all here because we trying to put this all together. But for the most part, I'm not playing the ATS when I'm not shooting.
Yeah.
And all I'm really doing is I'm either doing I'm doing $60 on the 6 and 8, taking one hit, been regressing down and coming off. I've been doing a lot of that when I'm just betting on a random roller.
So on a random roller, you're actually putting out $60 on a 6 and 8.
But then just taking one hit and then
really,
yeah. I've been doing okay with that. If
on
it's
a random roller, you've just been throwing out $120 on the 6 and 8, nothing else, and then just regressing down after one hit.
Yeah.
So taking 70 and then going back down to 30.
Yeah, 30.
So you're up $10.
I'm up $10 and generally have have stayed afloat with that. And
what happens if you lose that a couple times?
Well, I'm down. I'll stop doing it.
Oh, right? then you just like, you don't try to
I don't try
get that back.
No, then I'll just say, okay, well, it's not working. Let me try
that.
Right. So I might just go 30-30. If it's a $15 table, right? Then I'll just go to 18-18, right, from 30-30.
That's not bad. Yeah. I mean, especially like I do that on either of those guys, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
it gets you out of the hand pretty quick.
Gets you out of the hand, and then you're in a position, if you want to stay in it and catch something, you catch something, right? And that's pretty good. And I know what my exposure is, right? So if I get a second hit on that 6 or the 8, then I'll either spread or I'll collect, right? So spread to the 5 or 9 and see what happens. You've seen some random rollers that kind of just, and it depends on the table too. Sometimes the table's right, it feels right. The rollers are throwing nice, and even though they're randoms or rhythm rollers.
Tell you what, I haven't seen a random roller hit a good roll in a very long time. To be honest with you, I haven't.
Yeah, they're fewer and far between. I agree.
I feel like it is for me. I feel like really few and far between for random rollers, and I'm talking about the people that are just the stragglers at tables that I get to when I turn the limits up. The people that are still there, it's not that common for that I see. I don't know if that's happening a lot or it just is what it is, but I don't see it as often.
Yeah. So I wanted to come back to the rest of my Sunday, because we had a second story.
By all means, let's get to the second story, dude. Seem.
Oh my gosh. So we go to the link, right? Mm-hmm. Huggy Bear, or I don't know, the Huggy Bear or Jaybird decided that we want to try it out. Because we were really kind of looking around.
Okay.
And it was empty. Table was empty.
Okay.
And we went into the same positions. I was straight out, stick right. Huggy was stick left one, and Jaybird was stick right one. And I got the dice, and I started throwing from there. And I had put money on the ATS. I don't think Jaybird and Huggy actually put money on the ATS, but Jaybird was working in the roll tracker book, right, that we got for the dice experience.
Yes.
So Jaybird was talking to me, and he was saying, "Hey, I noticed that when you throw the dice, if you when I throw the dice and I'm really close to the back wall, maybe like an inch or two, and I've been dropping them like an inch or two from the back wall,
Yeah.
I tend to throw a 7." So he said to me, "Why don't you move your landing spot back, and maybe about 5 to 7 inches back, and let them roll into the wall?"
Yeah.
I seem to be having more success when I was doing that. So I said, "Okay, I'll try that out." So these dice that they gave us at the link were very sharp, brand new dice, and felt the razor's edge on them when I was picking them up.
Right.
And I started throwing, and every once in a while that edge would catch, and the dice would just stick right there.
Yeah.
And I got a little warning from the guy saying, "Hey, you got to hit the back wall." Okay, no big deal. I was still trying to kind of let the dice tumble into the back wall. So it happened again, the second time. And then there was this pit lady was back there, came back, and she started talking to me. "You need to hit the back wall." And I said, "Okay, I got you. I'm trying." And then I threw the dice again, and then piling up numbers. Well, I was getting on a pretty long roll at this point, and pretty close to hitting either a small or let's see. Oh yeah, I was pretty close to a tall, right?
Yep.
And I had all I had left, I believe, was the 2 and the 12. I'm throwing the dice, and the lady comes back at me and she says, "You're not hitting the back wall." And I said, "Look, I'm trying. I'm throwing the dice, and they're getting stopped, right?
Yeah.
Fighting it." And I was like, how do I fix that problem? So all she says, "Not my problem. You have to hit the back wall." So, this was going on for about 5 minutes every time I threw the dice. And then I finally throw, and I hit a 12, and I make the tall.
Nice.
Well,
Congratulations.
So hit the tall, and
I'm showing that tracker out because we had Ripper wanted to see it.
Oh, so I hit the tall, and now this lady's not happy because she's kind of probably didn't want to see me win any money, but on top of that, he was just getting annoyed. So I was trying to make sure, and I knew that I was really close to the edge where she was just going to say, "Give the dice to somebody else," even though I was just one number away from the all, right? I didn't want that to happen.
So what number did you need for the all?
Aces.
Oh, okay. So you need aces.
I need aces to the all. Okay.
Okay.
So I started, when I threw the dice, it was crazy. And I was going to ask you about this 10-ton. As I was throwing the dice, I was trying to put them at a little more lower angle, but every time I put them at a lower angle, the dice just seemed to hop out of the tub. And I must have thrown the dice out of the tub.
Oh, man.
I mean, because there was something under the table just where I was trying to land the dice, somewhere around the E on the cum, on the belt.
Did you turn your bets off after they went off the table? I mean, if they went off so much, I probably would have. And you just needed aces.
I didn't because it happened so much. I've been turning, because and I must have thrown the dice off the table about 4 or 5 times, and it wasn't like I was trying to throw them off. They were just jumping on a certain spot at the table.
Yeah.
A certain place I was trying to land the dice to roll.
Man, I've never shot at Link, so I don't know.
So anyway, finally I threw one, and again, the dice popped, right? And it looked like the dice were going to go out of the tub again.
Yeah.
Instead of going out of one of the dice, instead of going out of the tub, hit the wooden frame for the rack.
Yeah.
And bounced crazily back into the middle of the table. And I wound up being a 1, and the other dice was the one that I hit the aces. So
that's awesome, dude. That is awesome. I would have been terrified. I would have had my bets off most likely.
Yeah,
that's
no,
amazing.
Like, oh crap! This is like it better some kind of. You got to have luck sometimes, I guess. Right?
I think that always helps.
So because I was like, oh, this is out of control. This dice is just tumbling into the middle of the table somewhere after it hit the wood. But the pit lady was, oh my God, on fire. She looked at me with like I was the devil. I was like collecting the money because I had, got paid. And I was about like, I only was five on that particular time. I was only 555, right? So it was like a 750 or something like that. And
555.
Yeah, that's what I had that time.
Why?
And,
why?
Leaving.
Why? Why did you have 555 and you were shooting? Why wouldn't you bet 10, 10, 10? You were just talking about betting $60.
I know.
I know. On 2 randoms.
I know. But
I'm still waiting for the answer.
Yeah, I don't think I have a good answer for you other than that.
Just didn't bet on yourself.
Yeah, right. I should have just bet on myself. Maybe I got a little. I think Jaybird started or Huggy started, and I lost the first. I think I lost two hands in a row. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So then I'm getting it. I'm the third one, and
okay, a little gun shy. Fair enough.
Gun shy, man.
Yeah, we'll give it to you. We'll give it to you.
That was probably it. But man, I mean, he didn't leave a tip. I was just frustrated with the heat I was getting. Constant, just probably 7 reminders to hit the back wall.
Yeah.
And
I know who that woman is, and I do. I know who after thinking about it, and because the Link is close to they interchange. I mean, the Link chips are the same as the O'Shea's chips, so that's where I first ran into her.
Okay.
Yeah, at O'Shea's.
And she was.
She's just not having a good day every day.
So
every day is not a good day for her.
Well, the other thing that got me a little kind of worried was, how they have that computer and they type stuff into the computer, I guess whatever notes or whatever.
Yeah.
She was typing something while I was throwing the dice. She was typing something in there, banging the key, and I'm like, oh, and I wonder what she's writing in there.
She's like, I hate this motherfucker. Like, probably, I hate this guy.
Yeah, don't let him come into the Link again, right?
Hey, listen, Two Seam, shout out to Ollie, who said, I've stopped betting the sides and just bet the all. Boom. I disagree, with all due respect. I think you should, if you're just going to you got to bet the sides. You got to bet it all. If you're shooting, bet it all. Just bet it all. Yeah,
because if you throw it all and you're not on it and you're shooting, that's not a good feeling, right?
Plus, you get you get encouragement points. It's like, you like little treats for like a dog. You get little treat. My treat for hitting the small,
right?
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, let me keep going, and then another treat.
Like. I mean, if you're going to practice as much and you're going to study the game, right? It's might as well, get the payout for it, right? So,
oh man, the Ripper. Sometimes I only bet the sides, hit them multiple times. All the more reason to bet all. To bet all. Bet
yeah,
all 3 bets. It's a 3-bet part bet all, everyone. Man, I can't believe how many. I think people are leaving money on the table. Again, this is just on yourself.
yes, yeah, just on myself.
Figure out the accounting. Whoever's doing your own internal books, you can cook the books to make it, make whoever happy. But like bet all 3 components of that bet.
Yeah, yeah. So on Sunday, I wound up. We wound up with one more session at the Cromwell. We went back there in the evening with Buddha Bob.
Man, you guys making the rounds, dude. You guys were really playing it.
Yeah, yeah. So we were into it, and then I hit a small that night.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So I hit for the whole day Sunday, and then I had one session before I at Planet Hollywood. I hit a all. So I wound up hitting 1 all and 2 sides, and 3 hard 10s in a row. In one Sunday's worth of playing craps.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, man. That is pretty sweet. And you made money. You made money that weekend.
I did.
I should have been hanging out with you the whole time.
Oh man.
I should have been hanging out with you.
So yeah, it was right? It was great, and Jay Bird and was keeping track of the dice, and we were all helping each other, right? Commenting on each other's games, and that was the best, really good friendship that we were working on, just to get that all going.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey man, little comment. The view looking amazing. It is looking amazing because it's 81 degrees right now. How you're up near Sacramento, right?
Yeah, it's
here. I've been in Sacramento when it's been absolutely brutally hot in the summer, like 116. I remember, and I didn't think it would be that hot up there. What's it like up there right now?
It's been in the mid 80s or low 80s.
Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah, everything, all the trees have popped their blossoms, and everything we're in full spring mode here.
Hey, so EFSU says, did Planet Hollywood Pit give you a hard time for hitting the ATS?
No, they were friendly, but I was tipping well too. So I really haven't any problem with Planet Hollywood Pit bosses.
I've had no problem at all. The crews and the floors over there at Planet Hollywood have always been super, super, super nice. I don't go and play there enough, and they've got a couple dealers that are pretty strong. Really strong, I think. Shout out Jay, who works the floor over there, also works Wednesdays at Palms. Cool dude, man. There's some cool guys. You know what? I'm gonna get back to Ollie. My logic is if I go 5-5-5 or 10-10-10, I'm getting 150 or 300 on the sides. I'd rather bet more on the all. 15 or 25, I can make 150 or 300 from pressing any number a few times. Fair enough. I understand that. But you're leaving out possibilities of potentially laying against that all, and also just incrementally making some, making some money. Like, here's a little treat, and that you can put in your rack for $300. What a nice little treat that I just made. Ollie, what a nice little treat. I know you can make that money elsewhere, but that's apples and oranges right now. For that bet, I still think playing those, it actually allows you, playing those sides, you can almost, it allows you to a little more cushion for an all, for a lay bet on the all. I mean, and plus, plenty of times you won't make it, but you still get the consolation prize of a side. And I mean, the sides have kept me alive a lot of times, even at a bigger level. I was just telling Ed, that I was when I was at Durango. Even though I broke even at Durango one night, I had hit a small and a tall each separately, and they paid 3 Gs each. And those things can keep you in the game. The sides, it's just my opinion, which I feel very strongly about, but I respect yours too. Yeah. And then big foam finger to lock up bigger profit for the all. I mean, yeah, but I would just feel like if you're gonna, I just feel like those things, you win 2 other bets on your way to making the all. You know what I mean? Like just betting the all for the sake of the other $20, you know, you can make another $600. I know you could make it elsewhere, but that's kind of not the point. The point is that you're making this, you know, these are coming in by the time you make the all. You're sort of, yeah, I get it, but
The 10-10, how often would you lay against your all, or just making the all, or do you?
I'm always playing for the lay. That's the thing. I'm always playing for the lay, and that's why the minimum I would even suggest playing the ATS is 10-10-10, because then the lay bets make sense. Whereas 5-5-5s, the lay bets don't make any sense to me at all. I think I've mapped out every single level, every single lay bet for all increments about when you go up from 10-10-10 to, which would be, to me, the next level is quarters, not 15-15-15, unless you're at a different house, like when we were in Biloxi and it was 20-20-20, and that was their max. Cool. Then you kind of figure it out on the fly. But I'm more or less going for the commonplace, you know, Vegas, you know, lays or limits. I would go the next level at 25-25-25. I've got all the lays. You're getting, you know, those sides are going to pay $750. Then you could even make lays on those things. You can have $300 lays for those 750s. You're cutting $450 as your profit. You're using $300 as your lay amounts. But on the 10-10-10s, I don't really lay a side if it comes in. I'm going for that side because then you can actually lay the last number. You're looking at $1,800 profit. Now you can lay against 18, and it helps having that cushion of that added 300. You know, instead of just going for 1,500, you got 1,800. Well, guess what? Now you can lay. I mean, shit, man, you can lay up to, if you wanted to, $900 if you really wanted to. But I wouldn't probably lay. I mean, it depends. Depends on where you are in your rack. You can lay 300, 600, 900.
I mean, it's a great feeling to know that you've locked up some money, right? And
the best feeling ever. It's rare in any game to know that when I get done with my role, no matter what, when I'm passing the dice, I'm making money no matter what. What a great feeling. I don't know why, like, that's a great feeling. It's one of the rare times. Do you get that in any other game? No. Listen, Sweet Lou reporting in, Harrah's in Atlantic City. Dealers and the supervisors are cheering for the ATS and the fire bet bonus with the players. Never have I seen any negative attitude from staff when you are almost there. That's cool. That is actually really cool. I rarely see it, but you do sometimes see suits come out. I think they're more worried about like how much possibly they could be in the hole. And I think that obviously is going to happen at smaller places. Yeah, like I have seen it at Palms. All of a sudden there's 5 people in suits come out, you know? But, two seam, I was about to hit, like in the middle of the night at Paris, I needed an 11. I was just telling Ed this story. I need 11. It was going to bring home 18,000 if I hit that 11 because I had 100, 100, 100. I just needed 11. I didn't get it. It's a good story, but I didn't get it. But there was no one there. It's just the crew rooting for me, you know?
All right, sure.
Yeah. Jobless DGen checking in from Calgary. Yeah, that's not Calgary. That's awesome. Jobless DGen. So yeah, man. Any other little story tidbits for me too, Seam?
Well, I would just say that Oh, I have one other story I could share with you. So I've been now to 3 DI events, and
Yeah.
over the course, right? So, um, and every one of the 3 that I've been to, my game has gotten a little better, and I've had basically homework, and I've taken my homework back, worked on my game, came back, and so a year ago, I normally, like, since I live up in Sacramento, I was out in Lake Tahoe, and I was
Mhm.
playing first. And after my first DI experience, I had practiced. I went up there, and I wound up playing against this huge don't better. And this huge don't better had like 30,000 in his rack. And and it was just that don't better and myself. And so I get the dice, and I'm ready to shoot from stick left, and he takes a stack of $100 chips, and he puts them right in my line. Right.
Yeah.
He's sitting in the hook someplace, the inside turn from stick right, but he stacks all his chips up in front of me down the line. Anyway, I had to throw over them, and I went on a hot roll. And to make that long story short, he wound up dropping about $30,000 because
Oh
I went
man,
a
stubborn.
stubborn man who wasn't going to give it up, and he would
Yeah.
bet 1,000 on the front, 2,000 in odds on 3 numbers, and I hit like 6 points, and anyway, finally he walked away, and that was it. I won a nice little chunk, and I walked away, but you don't forget that, right? That was kind of an interesting experience. Well, about 2 months ago, I'm back in Tahoe, and I'm shooting the dice from stick left. And guess who shows up but that same guy?
Man,
And
stubborn don't better is still there. How much did he have?
he dropped down $10,000, and he got, it took like a few minutes for him to get his chips, but he bought in for 10,000, and he did what he normally does, 1,000 on the front, and then 2,000 in odds on the 3 numbers, right? And I proceed to go on another long roll, and he knew
Dude,
me.
another 2-seam heater.
Another 2-seam heater on the same don't.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know. It's like, I think what was happening was because he saw me setting the dice, and he saw me going through my routine, and he's like,
Yeah.
this is all bullshit, right? No one's can't really influence dice, and and that was his mentality. So I said, okay, well, we'll see how it plays out. So I go on another heater. Next thing I know, he's buying in for another 10,000. So wait, he has to count it all out. And I knew that I had actually won the day, because at some point he stopped betting 1,000 and was just betting 100. So he started
Yeah,
betting
you
100.
broke him. Two-seam, you broke him.
I broke him.
After 40 grand.
Yes, after 4,
Yeah.
he decided that he wasn't going to bet heavy on me anymore, and that was it. Right?
Yeah.
It's like breaking a horse. Right? It's like, okay, I earned some respect, and he went back to betting big on other throwers, other shooters. But anytime I shot, he always just bet the minimum.
Yeah.
So I thought that was, I never would have gotten that experience, or if I hadn't have done the work, and I hadn't gotten the guidance through the DI experience. So,
yeah. I think you can learn everything a lot because you've taken a bunch of classes.
Yeah, and Ed's Tice tossing thing, he kind of zeroed in exactly what I needed to work on, and yeah, it's really added a lot more consistency to my toss.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Anyone look out for two-seam at your local casino, because the guy's throwing some fire lately.
Yeah,
You're on a good run, man. I hope I can catch more of that.
yeah. So yeah, I'm actually headed to Vegas in this month, so I'll tell you when.
Let us know, two-seam.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
man. Listen, dude, thanks for stopping in. I'm sorry Ed wasn't here. He's at an undisclosed location right now. Okay.
I'm sure.
I wanted him to hear the story, but we'll be talking to you down the road, and I'll see you in Vegas, man.
Yeah, and I'm sure. Well, I'm sure that probably has something to do with brown water, right? If it's
Probably somewhere. Somewhere. So
all right.
all right, Tuseem, thanks for checking in, man.
Thank you very much, Tintin. Great
All
job.
right.
Keep it
Later,
going.
dude. I appreciate it. Later.
Okay. All right. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Probably mostly gentlemen at this point here. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows if Sweet Rolls is still here. But we'll probably wrap it up pretty soon. I don't have any more guests I wanted to get. I actually wanted to get Double Deuce. He was at the Mariners baseball game opening day. I wanted him to call in. I thought that would have been good. So listen, once again, sponsors tonight. Do a little sponsor action. Sponsors. I was drinking this drink, which is amazing. A little Trip, which is fantastic. And I am a big fan of this. We don't get, again, these are sponsors here. I'm going to rifle through all these things that ETG made. Yerba Madre. I drink these yerba. I thought they were called yerba mates. Anyway, this is a yerba madre, which is a sparkling yerba mate. Not too bad, not too shabby for tonight. Support the show. Okay. Any way possible, appreciate it. With Ed's, we're doing the focused Patreon only every 2 weeks. So the show's Patreon every week. We're back to every week. But if you're not a Patreon subscriber, you will not be able to hear the episodes on every other week, which are going to be cut short and short at this point. But you know what? Support the show. Here's today's commercial for it. Merch. We got brand new merch. Everything. And dice. ETG, we got to really, someone bought dice today. These dice are fantastic. They're probably the best thing you can get just because it'll help your game. But here, check this out. Yeah. Hey, ETG, that monkey is Punch the Monkey? Something like that. Like basically, is he like the runt or something and he gets beat up and he gets bullied and he brings that stuffed animal or goes in and like that is a cute story. So that's why I spend money on our store because of Punch the Monkey. I feel sorry for this guy. These are the dice. These are amazing dice. Everyone should be practicing. If you don't get them here, get them somewhere else. But I mean, you might as well get them here because it's a good cause. And we're cheap. They're the cheapest here, I think. I know they're cheaper than Undercut Dice Coach's dice. Plus, these dice are slightly larger than Dice Coach's dice. He knows I'm talking shit. I don't know what else we could talk about. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'll do some more promotion next time. I'll do a little better promotion for, I think if I let down the people in Tampa or Florida, apologies. We'll get more of you on, up next in the very short term. I know Toranaga is going to be joining us in a week or two. I know I'm going to have a Alfredo on. I know I'm going to have King Dice on within probably all before May. I know I'm going to talk a little poker before the WSOP. I'll probably have Courtney on. Maybe I'll have Marco, another old school poker player, on. I'm going to have Heavy, Bo on, probably together. It'll be, some good guests. I'm going to try to go into, shout out Shooting for Aces and Lip King. Oh, man. And shout out to all the people that just recently signed up on Patreon. I mentioned their names on the podcast, but I should have it. I don't have it up here on this computer screen, but thank you very much. It, keeps it going. And again, this show is not supposed to be, it's not supposed to be super duper exciting, lighting the world on fire with, excitement. So if you're tuning in, it's really just, we're going to nerd out. We're going to hopefully connect people together in different areas. And I think we can all relate to these practice rigs. And next time I'll do a little better quality control with these pictures, because Gman sent me some small ass files. So I'll get some larger photos. I don't know who else is coming in. I think we'll do something in Kansas City. Yeah, I'm just going to get people on and keep getting people on and just keep it interesting. And yeah, so if it's boring.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the f he wants.
Oh man, I'm gonna get this kid in here. We'll show you a little Vegas action right now. Vegas is looking absolutely awesome. The weather was great today, and this camera is just moving on its own, man. It's not too busy out. It's actually pretty lovely in Vegas right now. As we get, this is like the news cam, as we get the sky cam looking down on the Vegas Strip. So this big building here next to me, and I'll move this to full screen. Okay, this big building, that's the Cosmo that you're looking at, that you're staring at, this big thing right here. That is blocking, unfortunately, the big hard rock guitar. Man, that would be cool. That's going to change all of Vegas. It is really cool to go down. You could see a little, reflection in the window. But anyway, let me get back up to this view. I think I'm gonna get ETG to take over to do whatever he has to do in here. Son, not my son. Get in here and man everything. I appreciate everyone, the people that are the comments in here. Let me see who's Grasshopper. Shout out Grasshopper. We got these are some old comments here. Again, X-Man, you're awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Birdies and Aces. Birdies and Aces. Do I know Birdies and Aces? Thank you for the great show. EFSU, I feel like I'm hanging out with a craps connoisseur at the bar next to the craps table. Great show. Appreciate it, dude. Huggy Bear. Any word on the Dagger dice? Dude, yes, they are in production. They are going to be limited, and they're so cool. Actually, let me see if I can find a picture again of the Dagger dice. Let me see if I could find the Dagger dice. Man, I know I had them somewhere. Somewhere in this screenshots. No. Man, oh, here they are. I'm going to add this right here. Check this out. Huggy Bear. Those are what these dice look like. This is going to be silver foil on here. These things are going to look so badass. I am so stoked about these. So I was going to actually ultimately like have a box and make these like a box set with the book that I'm going to come out like, as a homage to D&D, because that's where the inspiration's coming from. But I don't know if that's going to be possible because I still have to work on Bo and Ed's part. So I think I'll just like publish that first when I finish this, hopefully in a couple weeks. But that book with all those papers has to be put into InDesign. This ETG has to help me out, and then we'll throw in some illustrations. But I mean, I'm super excited about that. I was going to sell have these specialty dice sold with it. Who knows? These are going to be probably done in, I don't know, a couple weeks. I mean, they're in production. They take normally 10 weeks to make. So I should be getting those soon. Let's see. Yes, birdies and aces. Thank you. Thank you. I've doubled down, tripled down on making the Patreon shows awesome. And as a thank you for all the support and building out the community. And yeah, you know what? Hit the like button. I always forget that. Oh man. I like this, man. Cashier's Cage, my man. 10 ton is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Always official like a referee's whistle. Cashier's Cage, man, you are awesome, dude. I miss talking to you on the phone. I need to give you a call. You got to come out to Vegas, dude. Yeah, everything he says, he's always got a nice rhyme with everything. I appreciate that. Uggy Bear, yep. G-Dub, thanks, G-Dub. Appreciate it. Oh, you know what? I totally spaced on this question. From Carolina Reaper. Here's a question though. Somebody thinks I can't shoot. At the casino my last trip, a don't player thought it was money in the bag at El Casino. He lost all his money, maybe 2,000, maybe 1,500. I hit a 5 small. Hit a 5 small. Oh yeah. I mean, don't at some point they're going to figure out, like, you get a lot of those stubborn people, man. The people that, there was a guy recently just at the corner of, is that Durango? Quiet. I hated him, but I didn't hate him because he was minding his own business, passing the dice, betting the don'ts. And he was quietly amassing a small fortune because that table was cold. But yeah, I mean, the only way to, I'm glad you shut him up, kicked him out. That's the only way to do it, is start making some points. Sweet Lou, you need dice with your family coat of arms. That's true. But Sweet Lou, how this works is that you have to keep those images almost super simple in order for them, because they're still weighted with that. So whatever they carve out of that image. So that's why these things, I mean, that one pip is going to be whatever that weight would be for this. I mean, they're all going to weigh the same. So that's what that is. That's what it's taking up. But, good. Yeah. So it's not too complex. ETG on point tonight. Yeah. That guy was kind of on point. He was just chilling over there for a minute. Now he's, he's back there, but he's working late, comes in late on show days. All right. He comes in late. Can't wait to get a few up. Lake Charles. Oh, that was at Lake Charles. My bad. Of course, Lake Charles. How did I not know that? And then G-Dub plays there. Man, if you guys can get on a table with G-Dub, dude's an animal. All right, I'm going to read this last question that I forgot to ask from the Reaper, Carolina Reaper. He said, let's see, Yo 10 Ton is number 1. Full name. If you have room in the agenda, could you and your guests, too late with the guests, talk about when you guys bet the hard ways, e.g. come out roll after one of them has been rolled, etc. Thanks, Bub. The Carolina Reaper. So this would make an excellent topic, Carolina Reaper, for a Patreon episode and how we bet hard ways. Because, it's funny. I was just playing with a week or so ago with Mr. Pressett a lot at the table. He tends to bet quarters on all the hard ways. He had thrown out quarters, and I'm like on my roll, and I had told him, I said, dude, I wouldn't bet any of those on me right now. I'm this set not throwing hard ways. I'm not throwing hard ways. I wouldn't even bet anything. So, but the point is, I'm betting hard ways when I know that a set is going to throw a hard way or has a tendency to throw a hard way. So I'm only going to bet that. But also, if I don't see it, I'm not going to be stubborn enough. For example, at Paris, I referred to the story when I was there at 2, 3 in the morning. I was talking to Ed about this as well, which is coming out in the podcast. When I needed the 10 and 11, I had made that small for 3,000. I ultimately needed the 11 for the $18,000 hit. When I had the 10, when I was going for the 10, I had a couple hundred on that hard way because I would normally throw hard 10s with that set, but I had not thrown any 10s. It was one of the second to last number that I needed to hit in that. So I'm not stubborn. I was not throwing any hard ways, so I didn't have any hard way bets. And then I didn't go back up when I hit an easy 10. I actually had reduced before that because I'm like, what I was expecting to throw isn't happening. So after a certain amount of time, I'm not stubborn and I'm not just going to leave it up there. So I have no problems taking a bet down. That's one thing I don't have a problem doing is taking bets down. And so I took it down. It's really, if I see someone that I'm betting on, that's maybe not a random, let's say if it's Bum John, since I play at tables with him a lot, I kind of ask him his set. So I will already know his tendency might be to hit this and this. That's a starting point. I am never a random all hard ways guy. Used to be, I don't. If I see someone that's at a table that's random, now I'm moving away to even just not betting on them at all. But if I see someone and they hit hard 4, hard 6, aces, hard 10, I'm like, man, they're just throwing doubles a lot. I will just take a shot. If I start seeing that for some reason, I just will. But for the most part, I'm not spewing money or bleeding money on hard ways unless they start hitting. And let's say I start rolling a hard 6 in one of my rolls, I didn't bet it. I hit it again. I definitely, the next time on my next shot, I will be betting that will be my hard 6. That will be my one hard way that I will actually be betting. So I'm just paying attention. I'm not just willy-nilly randomly betting hard ways. Far from it anymore. Easy. Thank you. Great show, buddy. Jobless D-Gen. 10-10. After you left Durango last Friday, I whacked the dark side player a few times as I was hitting 6 and 8 repeatedly, so much so that he started to call no action on the DC whenever I rolled a 6-8. Dude, thank you. Thank you for that. That guy, who he looked like. He was like an old Asian surfer, right? In a weird way. He reminded me like of this old Asian Sean Penn, right? But he had his rack was full, man, like quietly, very deceptively. You can't hate the hater, man. He was doing it in a way, he was really going about his business very professionally and quietly and amassing a small fortune. But I'm glad you hit him for a little bit. Kaz, here we go. G-Dub, they're having yep. All right, sweet. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll do a little better advertising on who's coming on next time, and we'll make it a little more of a party. But I'm going to get, support the show. Thank you very much. We're going to keep it going. This is going to be just interesting with the guests that I'm going to have on here. And, Ed will be popping in here and there. He was supposed to pop in tonight. He didn't, but he'll be showing his face here and there. I think that's going to be it, man. Night Stem Placer. What is this? Cheap Bono? I like that name. I don't know how to say it, but I like it. ETG. All right, we're going to leave you with a little Vegas strip action. Let's get a little ETG. Son, not my son is what I call him sometimes, okay? The son, not my son graphic. ETG, take it.
Just to put the thing away. Thank you all for watching. Talk to them. Huh.
I would like to thank this guy because he does a great job on all the graphics, watching the show. He helped me set up tonight because I wasn't here. He did a good job.
Thank you.
No raise.
No raise though. So close, guys. So so close, guys. Support the show. We're almost there. You guys have a good night.